So hello everyone and welcome back to some more Morrowind here on the Twitch streams and later on in YouTube as well. Hopefully you shall be enjoying. And the thing that I was thinking of doing next, of course we want to be going and indeed doing more Telvanni related stuff. Our reputation is 37. Great House Telvanni. Need one skill level at 70, I'm pretty sure I already have, but I just need to do more quests in there. And yeah, I should really be increasing a lot of these skills. Maybe I can train more alchemy with Ashira, mayhap. Thank you, Jim, and hello. 13 months in a row already being subscribed and everything, Jim, quite a long time. Quite a long time, but hello and welcome to you. Hopefully you have been having a good week and everything. Fires. Yeah, you're even you apparently indeed did upgrade now so that you can have the fires too. Well, I'm glad that someone can use the fires, so it's good. It's a good thing. But thank you so much, Jim. The thing that I still want to do probably now would be relating to the message that we had. What was the name of the message? Was it this from the Archcanon, I think? Yeah. So who proclaimed himself to be the Neravarine and so on and forth, and is now then a Hortator. I need to go and meet with him in the Vivec. But which exact spot in Vivec? To the healer of the high vein of Vivec, done so in Dules. And the necessary arrangement will be made. So I think I want to do that first though. Okay, thank you. M455E7E. And good evening to you too, for sure. And good evening Satentenha as well. Good evening to both of you. Okay, and yeah, come back when you can then, Jim, when you're ready. So hopefully everyone has had a good week. Done nice things and everything. And I'm just gonna be starting to make my way into Vivec then. It's gonna be a little bit of a journey. Basically, I'm gonna take just boats and boats and boats to travel all the way there, I think. And first we have to go and drop down again. Which won't be too big of an issue. Okay, good. No damage. Though, I guess I could be waiting until daytime so that I can actually see something. Because this is a little bit... well, can't see pretty much anything. Ah, lovely. Sun is rising up and everything. I do love this site though. I always do. Quar. I have this weapon. Let's just equip the mace so that I can actually train that a little bit. Hello. And goodbye, little one. Beautiful, beautiful sun in Morrowind. So, anything special? What have you been doing, for example, Sare? Have you been playing a lot of that Surviving Mars, or what was the game's name? Or more in the Elder Scrolls Online? Where would you be taking me? Let's see the destinations. Take me just into Satrit Mora first. From there we can start traveling to Vivec. Better. Quicker. Okay. Then where would you take me? I'm sure you can take me somewhere closer to Vivec. Not that one. Travel. Which one would be the... well, Ebonheart, of course. Ebonheart is right there, basically. Can be pronounced Masette. Okay, it's a little easier. Yeah, true. Might have been taken when I made the account. Possibly. Possibly. Could very well be. A lot of the different names and so on are definitely taken in a lot of places. This is a pretty sight. I think I will just go and take the water walk, to be honest, and just go and start making my way into that direction a little bit quicker. But yeah, good evening regardless, and hyvää iltaa tajunta. Welcome to stream for you too. How have you been? And welcome back, Jim Jim. A little bit of a water walking. Played both of them kind of a lot. Ah, okay. So you're she's visiting there. So, alrighty, Sara. Well, say hi to her too, Sara. But yeah, obviously enough, it's understandable that you won't be staying here then the full time. Have fun, guys. There, then. You and her. Is she visiting for a long time? Okay. What else do I want? I guess... Okay, yeah, this is basically the high vein. I was thinking that it should be here, but I wasn't 100% sure because I really don't remember for certainty all the places in Vivec that clearly. And yep, it definitely turned out pretty nicely, Tajunta. That emoticon that you made for me. For sure. It's pretty sweet. Very Christmas themed. You're probably... Actually, you are exactly the person that I've been looking for. Danzo Indulas. Hello. I was kind of, yeah. Quickly, did you want to meet the Archcanon? Yes. That's what I'm here for. The Archcanon is in his private quarters, and he very much wishes to speak with you. But I am to warn you. Avoid confrontations with the Ordinators at all costs. The Archcanon has spoken with the High Fane Ordinators, but if you are a wanted criminal, they may try to arrest you. If the blood of faithful servants of the temple is spilled, it will make a reconciliation all that much more difficult. Well, I'm not a wanted criminal, so no need to worry about that, so avoid confrontations, eh? There is a private back entrance to Sarion's private quarters. Perhaps you might also sneak past the Ordinators by stealth or magic. But I'm not wanted, so I assume it should be fine. So where's this private back entrance? A door on the eastern canal side levels lead through a smaller room and into Sarion's private quarters, but the door is always locked, and the Ordinators control the keys. Well, depends if there's someone looking if I can open that or not. Sneak past, eh? Ordinators are highly trained, and sneaking past them, even aided by magic, may be very difficult. But if you have any art in stealth or magic, you should use it to avoid trouble. Well, thanks for the info, though I assume it should be fine. I'm just like wondering where exactly I need to be going for this meeting. Okay, Sunday then, Sara. Yeah, that timing about there being the hype immediately and then turned out alright. Bongos today, by the way. Oh. Sadly, the tuner didn't work on my harp though. Well, that's a shame. And greetings, Ibranze. Yeah, Ibranze. Greetings and salutations to you, Outlander. We welcome you warmly. Yes, same to you, Ibranze. And welcome to the stream. So, I wonder if this is on top, because I haven't visited there often at all. Like, I've tried to visit there a couple of times when I wasn't this far in the story. So, I assume that's where the Archcanon would then be, rather than in the High Fane. But I'm not really certain, because this is on the other hand the High Fane, so... Yeah, this is different. So, High Fane. I should be able to meet the Archcanon somewhere in there. in his private quarters. But where is his private quarters? Did you mention anything more about it? Southern half of the East Chapel. So, East Chapel would be this one. Yep, that one. And the southern side of that should be all the way over there. Okay. I think that should be enough of advice on where I need to go. I hope. But yeah, the tuner just went haywire when I played a tone. Okay. I have no idea, at least. No ideas about that. Maybe through the Hall of Wisdom. I assume so. Yes. Must be. Well, those books don't seem to be that interesting. Definitely not going to be doing any duties for you guys though. Can I get through here then, or is there no way anywhere in here? I can get somewhere, but not really anywhere. Special. Yes, I claim to be indeed the Nera Marine. Like, aren't these both entrances into here? I'm just kind of confused that I actually have this door locked. Because I would think that this would be the way to go. Huh. Anyways, how have you guys been? I've been at least okay. Well, I wonder what the Ordinator would say to me. Oh, what's my plan then? We know you plan to meet with the Archcanon in his private quarters, Outlander. We will be watching you carefully. Do not break the law, or we will take swift action. I'm not breaking the law at all. That's the thing indeed, I'm not. Guard in the High Fane know that I have come to meet the Sarioni. They want me not to break the law, or they will take swift action. Well, but how am I supposed to get there, then? At this moment, if that door is locked, and you do not want to open it, then how am I supposed to get there? You're not the Archcanon after all. No.
Freshest ingredients in town.
And this just takes me back outside. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I need to go. Yeah, I can get to Vivec Hall of Wisdom through there. I think that's what I'm then going to do, because I don't think I can just open that door without someone being pretty mad about that. So I think I'll use this way and go all the way to the southern end of this place and hopefully find the place I need to go. Canon offices. Okay. Canon officers. Maybe that's the places I need to go into. Vivec High Vein I can also get through the stairs there. So maybe that's the option that I should be taking. I try to look. Where do I need to go if I want to go up there? I think this should be the right way. Maybe. That's the Milo's quarters. Canon offices. But these both staircases just take me down, but there's this one. Okay. Now I'm in the right path. Confusing sometimes. Okay. Well, this is locked, but that's not too big of an issue. I have a way to open doors. Just gonna wait for a little bit so my fatigue is a little bit higher. Okay. Actually, Ordinator, would you mind coming out of there so that I could actually go and open that door? Yeah, the perfect timing to come there right now when I want to go and open that door. Just, okay, move. Guess I need to wait for some more time. Maybe that will help. Okay, it's gone. Perfect. Okay. And the door is unlocked. Where are we? Okay, we are actually the highway now in here. This didn't work. Okay, well at least we have this door opened now. Well, I guess this was actually a door. I don't know who you actually are now, especially when this door is also locked. Anyways, I guess this was indeed that this would have been the way into there. Have I read this? I have, gladly. If by the story you mean the main quest, yes. Yes, the main quest, yes. I am trying to do the main quest a little bit forward, yes. If I just manage to find the person I'm looking for, that's always the perfect question. Okay, I guess it was you I'm meant to come and meet? Thank you for coming, Felensaretti. You know the temple doctrine on the Neravarine. Perhaps it is time to change that doctrine. So what is the temple's doctrine? The temple must protect the people from false doctrines, and your association with the Imperial Intelligence makes your motives and integrity suspect. But you have been chosen Hortator and Neravarine by the dumber people, and we have reached a crisis with Dagoth Ur. We can no longer defend the people against the awakened Sixth House. You and your prophecies may represent our last hope. Well, at least it's good that you recognize that. Our situation is desperate, but I would rather have you hear the details of our situation and the circumstances leading up to that situation from Lord Vivec himself. He has asked to see you. Would you agree to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say? So Vivec is around, I assume. Then originally, like, I think I kind of got the picture from somebody or from somewhere that maybe he is actually in that floating place, but I don't remember where I got that idea. I have never met him personally, at least before, so yeah, I will go and meet with him even if I'm not sure if I should trust him. Yes, I will meet with Vivec. Good. Here are the 2 keys. One to the private back entrance to my quarters, the other to a locked entrance to Lord Vivec's palace. I regret that at present the Ordinators are not completely under my control, so for now I'll ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vivec is expecting you. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps it would be better not to keep him waiting. Maybe. So, Archcanon private key, secret palace entrance key, and my journal has been updated. And yes, what is it that you think about the Neravarine? You're the one they call Neravarine. You are a heretic, and all who support you are heretics. You may think Imperial law protects heretics, and you may be right, but some of the temple faithful care little for Imperial laws. Yes. Tribunal Temple in Farenfell. Palace of Vivec. Mortal form of the god Lord Vivec, the warrior poet of the 3 Tidus who comprise Almcivi, the divine patrons of the Tribunal Temple. Only the most devout are admitted to the presence of Lord Vivec, and only at his initiation. Beneath the Palace of Vivec is the Puzzle Canal. That's the only place that I visited in there, so it's the other structure over there. Okay. A blaze of worship and testing for questing heroes hoping to receive Vivec's favor. Many choice treasures are guarded by Tetric servants in the Puzzle Canal's dark passages. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that I probably can now actually open this door. So that's nice. So it should be there. The first door up. Yep. The Palace of Vivec. Let's go and meet with him then. And see what he wishes to say to us. Let's do a little save in the meantime though, before venturing forward. Okay. So, locked the level 100 trapped. Of course, I could have gotten here otherwise too, but after all, now we can actually go and meet him like this, which I've never done before. So, hello Vivec, it does definitely seem like you're floating about there just happily ever after. Hello, Vivec. That voice is way too low. You can't hear it. I assume that's an added voice from the mod. I expected you. We have business, you and I. Yes, what business? You can't hear this. I'm not gonna be listening to that. I'm gonna read it myself because I can't hear what he's saying. It's way, way, way too low of a voice. 100%. The voice is not in the original game. Yeah. Like maybe if it actually was a little bit louder I could listen to it, but it's definitely not loud enough here. When I was young like you, I was very impatient, so I will keep our business short. Then later there may be time for other things. First, I propose to remove my curse upon the Neravarine, end the persecution of the dissident priest, and proclaim to all of Morrowind that Velen Sareti is the incarnate and Neravarine, the prophesied savior of Morrowind, and the last hope to withstand the menace of Dagoth Ur and the Sixth House. These things I will do, whether you wish or not. Next, I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Dagoth Ur. You may choose to refuse. I will not compel you. You will receive the power as a gift in the form of an artifact called Freight Guard. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath, then keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Freight Guard as a gift? Maybe, it depends. That's almost the thing that I would want to say because I don't exactly know where this is gonna be going, but everyone was away when trying to be people were asking at how everyone is doing. But as I've never done this, I think I'll just accept the Freight Guard. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but anyways, yes, I will accept Freight Guard. Good, sensible of you. And now will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits visible and invisible, before my honor and your honor, to dedicate yourself and Freight Guard to the defeat and destruction of Dagoth Ur and the preservation of Morrowind and its people? Maybe, it depends. Just always maybe. Chrono Trigger is a good game that I still haven't actually played, which I should play someday. But it's a very good game, yes. I've seen some of the story, so it wouldn't be completely blind because of my ex playing that game. And I saw some of it, but I haven't never played it myself. I really should someday. Ocarina of Time has been a ton of fun to stream. Yes, yes. I was watching a little bit of it just a little time ago too. And yeah, I guess I will swear. As such, Dagoth Ur definitely has made himself our enemy anyways, as in trying to kill us and attack us and everything, so why shouldn't we want to be getting rid of him, is my question. So yes, I shall swear to defeat and dedicate myself to defeating Dagoth Ur, after I get higher position in the Telvanni anyways. Yes, not very sensible, but very good. I was hoping for someone who would have no hesitation about making such an oath. Who would have no hesitations. You will now have a brief, momentary sensation of time passing. Don't be alarmed. You are being taken out of time in order to avoid the unpleasant experience of learning how to use Freight Guard. It will be over before this next continuation mark, I could assume. So I'm gonna be taken out of time. There is a brief sensation of motion in total darkness, floating but without a sense of fate or direction. You know it, before you know it. Now, I will notify the temple that you are our champion. There shall be no more persecution. Persecution of the dissident priest, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. We have time for questions if you like, or you may leave as you wish. But I think there are at least 2 things you ought to know before you leave. How to use Freightguard and how to defeat Dagoth Ur. Well, so unique tumor artifact has been removed from your inventory. What was my unique tumor artifact? Well, I got the Freightguard, but what was my unique tumor artifact supposed to be? I have no idea what that's supposed to be. I wanna know. I don't know. Okay, well, tell me how to defeat the Dagoth Ur. To defeat Dagoth Ur, go to Red Mountain to recover the artifact hammer, Thunder from the gate, Citadel Veminal. Then recover the artifact blade Keening from the gate Citadel Ortusal. Then proceed with Freightguard, Thunder, and Keening to the Citadel of Dagoth Ur. Within the Citadel, find the Heart of Lorkhan. Use the 3 artifacts to sever Dagoth Ur's connection to the Heart, and he will be destroyed, and the blight ended on Morrowind. Well, that's quite a few more items that we nonetheless will be needing. So we will be needing to get Thunder and Keening, and then take them to the Citadel of Dagoth Ur, and find the Heart of Lorkhan, and use those items to sever the connection of the Heart of Lorkhan to Dagoth Ur. Okay, just a few things to do. To destroy Dagoth Ur, you must sever his connection with the Heart of Lorkhan. To do this, strike the heart with the artifact hammer Thunder once. Then strike the heart more than once with the artifact blade Keening. You must wear Freightguard, because you cannot handle either Thunder or Keening unless you are wearing Freightguard. That is the short, simple explanation. Here's the long, detailed explanation written down for your convenience. Read it, study it, commit it to memory. Okay, so plan to defeat Dagoth Ur has been added to your inventory. Good. So, I guess I'll be asking more questions. And yeah, Chrono Trigger is awesome. So tell me about the Red Mountain where I need to travel. In my library, I have made available 2 conflicting accounts of the events of Red Mountain. My own true account and another false account, common among the Aslanders and preserved in the Apocrypha. I don't care whether you believe my account or not. If I leave it up to you to judge which is true. Your library, eh? I want your trust and willing cooperation, so I've had the priest make copies of a number of documents. They're here for you to read or take with you. Take a look at them. Help yourself. Well, thanks, I guess. So tell me about Dagoth Ur. Dagoth Ur is the former Lord High Counselor of House Dagoth. He was of Lord Nerava's generation, older than we, and a mighty sorcerer and an enchanted in life. In his sustained shadow immortality, he appears to be a highly intelligent, severely deluded immortal monster with unparalleled supernatural abilities. He appears by turns, lucid and deranged, compassionate and bestial, profoundly wise and profoundly disordered. In short, he is a mad god. Okay. So what would be your counsel for me? You need to know where is Dagoth Ur, what are Dagoth Ur's plans, who are Dagoth Ur's servants, who is Dagoth Ur, what are Dagoth Ur's powers, what is known about Dagoth Ur's defenses, how can I prepare for battle against Dagoth Ur, who can help. And I assume that you know all the answers. So tell me, where is Dagoth Ur to begin with? Dagoth Ur has never ventured out of the Heart Chamber, the place under Red Mountain where the heart of Lorkhan lies. It is there or nearby that he is constructing a new god. Agulakhan, also known as the Second Numidium. Okay. So what is his plan? We know nothing for sure, but we have learned much from interrogations with house cultists and victims of dream compulsions, and from our study of Dagoth Ur's actions. The temple scholars and inquisitors have prepared a document, Dagoth Ur's plans, that summarize what we know or suspect. Take this copy. It's also available in my library. You okay? Who is his servants? Chief among his servants are his 7 brothers, the Ash Vampires, powerful heartwrights and cunning sorcerers of old. These creatures appear to die, but always are revived in the heart. Somehow, Dagoth Ur has conferred some portion of his immortality upon them, or perhaps they sustain themselves through more conventional sorcery. Okay, and then I have asked about Dagoth Ur. Tell me about Dagoth Ur's powers. He is able to send his mind into the dreams of susceptible victims across vast distances. The victims are either swayed by his compulsions or driven mad. He also seems nearly invulnerable to physical and magical harm. His flesh and the flesh of his followers evolves towards a mutable, magical form. Dagoth Ur and the highest ranks can control the distorted manifestation of their flesh. Lower ranks lose control of their bodies and become mindless, corpus monsters. Which we have certainly met indeed. What are Dagoth Ur's defenses? Confer with the Ordinators and Poyant Armatures garrison at the coast gate for the latest information about the defenses of the citadels of Dagoth Ur and his hard fight king. Okay, so how can I prepare for battle against the Dagoth Ur then? Prepare for war. Beyond the coast fence there are no safe places, no allies. Stockpile resources. Plan for retreat and replenishment. Quest for artifacts of power. Got it. So who can help me? Ordinators and Poyant Armatures stationed at the coast gate have the most practical knowledge of the nightmare world inside the coast fence. Seek them in my name for counsel and aid. Okay. Rare books, yes please, pretty much. I will love to have those books to read. I guess that's all the questions that I have for Vivec. Thanks. I assume that I can meet you again here if I have a reason to. Where's your library? Is your library around here somewhere, or where's the library supposed to exactly be? There's at least something here, yes. Okay. Neravar at the Red Mountain. So there was supposed to be. Is this all that is in your library though? This is quite of a small library section. Anyways. So yeah, Neravar at the Red Mountain and the Battle of Red Mountain. There's the, probably this is Vivec's account of what had happened there before, and this is then the story from the Ashlanders and so on and forth. Dagoth Ur's plans and plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. Okay, which all scrolls did I have already in my inventory is the question. Okay, I have Dagoth Ur's plans. Plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. Okay. So I have Dagoth Ur's plans and plan to defeat Dagoth Ur, but I don't have this battle or the Neravar at the Red Mountain battle. So I'll take those. I don't want to read them inside here at the very least. You just do your meditations, I guess. I think you could also try to do something about helping against Dagoth Ur, but I guess that's too much to be asked, I guess. So it would be... I'm not still quite sure what's there other than probably treasures in general, but... Welp. Let's see. what would I want to be starting from? I guess I could read the Battle of Red Mountain, the account from Vivec, about how the battle would have gone. A lot of reading immediately at the start here though, for sure. I need to also try to keep an eye on the clock. So, the Battle of Red Mountain and the rise and fall of the Tribunal. The following is a transcript of the words of Lord Vivec addressed to a dissident priest Malur Omain, who confronted Vivec with the Ashlander traditions surrounding the Battle of the Red Mountain and with prophecies of the Neravarine, and to unnamed magistrates of the Inquisition who joined Vivec in interrogation, the dissident priest. Thanks for the uptime, Jim Jim. Not that it's of course in any way at the moment yet necessary, because we're definitely not close to 3 hours, but just for the future. So, who can clearly recall the events of the distant past? But you have asked me to tell you, in my own words, the events surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain, the birth of the Tribunal, and the prophecies of Neravar reborn. Here is what I can tell you. When the Chimere first abandoned the herds and tents of their nomadic ancestors and built the first great houses, we loved the Daethra and worshipped them as gods. But our brethren, the Twoomer, scorned the Daethra and mocked our foolish rituals, and preferred instead their gods of reason and logic. So the Chimere and Twoomer were always at bitter war until the Nords came and invaded Restain. Only then did the Chimere and Twoomer put away their strife and join together to cast out the invaders. Once the Nords were driven out, General Neravar of the Chimere and General Tamak of the Twoomer, who had come to love and respect one another, resolved to make peace between their peoples. In that time I was but a junior counselor to Neravar, and Neravar's queen, Almalexia. So, yeah, Almalexia was Neravar's queen, and his utter favorite counselor, Sothasil, always doubted that such a peace might long survive, given the bitter disputes between Chimere and Twoomer, but by negotiations and compromise, Neravar and Dumak somehow managed to preserve a fragile peace. But when Dagoth Ur, Lord of House Dagoth, and trusted as a friend by both Neravar and the Twoomer, brought us proof that High Engineer Gokrenak of the Twoomer had discovered the heart of Lord Khan, and that he had learned how to trap its powers, and was building a new god, a mockery of Chimere fate and a fearsome weapon, we all urged Neravar to make war on the Dwarves and to destroy this threat to Chimere beliefs and security. Neravar was troubled. He went to Dumak and asked if what Dagoth Ur said was true. But Gokrenak took great offense and asked whom Neravar thought he was, that he might presume to judge the affairs of the Twoomer. Neravar was further troubled and made pilgrimage to the Holomean, the sacred temple of Asura, and Asura confirmed that all that Dagoth Ur said was indeed true, and that the creation of a new god of the Twoomer should be prevented at all costs. When Neravar came back and told us what the goddess had said, we felt our judgments confirmed, and again counseled him to war, chiding Neravar for his naive trust in friendship, and reminding Neravar of his duty to protect the fate and security of the Chimere against the impiety and dangerous ambitions of the Twoomer. The Neravar went back to Vardenfell one last time, hoping that the negotiations and compromise might once again preserve the peace. But this time the friends Neravar and Dumak quarreled bitterly, and as a result, the Chimere and Twoomer went to war. The Twoomer were well defended by their fortresses at Red Mountain, but Neravar's cunning drew most of Dumak's armies out into the field and pinned them there, while Neravar, Dagoth Ur, and a small group of companions could make their way into the hard chamber by secret means. There, Neravar the Chimera King met Dumak, the Dwarf King, and they both collapsed from grievous wounds and training magics. With Dumak fallen and threatened by Dagoth Ur and others, Gakrenak turned his tools upon the heart, and Neravar said he saw Gakrenak and all his former companions at once disappear from the world. In that instant, Trumer everywhere disappeared without a trace. Interesting. But Gakrenak's tools remained. We read something about Gakrenak's tools before too, to be honest. I just don't remember exactly what it told us. But Gakrenak's tools remained, and Dagoth Ur seized them, and he carried them to Neravar, saying, "That fool Gakrenak has destroyed his own people with these things. We should destroy them right away, lest they fall into the wrong hands." But Neravar was resolved to confer with his queen and his generals, who had foreseen that this war would come and whose counsel he would not ignore again. "I will ask the tribunal what we shall do with them, for they have had wisdom in the past that I had not. Stay here, loyal Dagoth Ur, until I return." So Neravar told Dagoth Ur to protect the tools and the heart chamber until he returned. Then Neravar was carried to us where we waited on the slopes of Red Mountain, and he told us all that had transpired under Red Mountain. What Neravar had said was that the Trumer had used special tools to turn their people into immortals, and that the heart of Lord Khan held wondrous powers. Only later did we hear from others present that Dagoth Ur had thought the Trumer destroyed, not made immortal, and no one knows for sure what really happened there. Yep, did they become immortal or did they get destroyed? No one knows what happened to the Trumer. After hearing Neravar, we gave our counsel as he requested, proposing we should preserve these tools in trust for the welfare of the Chimera people, and who knows, perhaps the Trumer are not gone forever, but merely transported to some distant realm from which they may someday return to threaten our security once again. Therefore, we need to keep these tools to study them and their principles, so that we may be safe in future generations. And though Neravar voiced his grave misgivings, he was willing to be ruled by our council under one condition, that we all together should swear a solemn oath upon Asura that the tools would never be used in a profane manner that the Trumer had intended. We all readily agreed and swore solemn oaths at Neravar's dictation. So then we went with Neravar back into Red Mountain and met with Dagoth Ur. Dagoth Ur refused to deliver the tools to us, saying they were dangerous and we could not touch them. Dagoth Ur seemed to be irrational, insisting that only he could be trusted with the tools. And then we guessed that he had somehow been affected by his handlings of the tools. But now I feel sure that he had privately learned the power of the tools, and had in some confused way decided he must have them for himself. Then Neravar and our guard resorted to force to secure the tools. Somehow, Dagoth Ur and his retainers escaped, but we gained the tools and delivered them to Sotasil for study and safekeeping. For some years we kept the oaths we swore to Asura with Neravar, but during that time in secret Sotasil must have studied the tools and divined their mysteries, and at last he came to us with a vision of a new world of peace, with justice and honor for nobles, and health and prosperity for the commoners, with the tribunal as immortal patrons and guides. And deciding ourselves to this vision of the better world, we made a pilgrimage to Red Mountain and transformed ourselves with the power of Gakrenak's tools. And that's where Vivec came from, for example, as he is. Yep. Fiddle around with your harp, Tajunta. Anyways, we have a lot to read, so... and no sooner than we had completed our rituals and begun to discover our newfound powers The Daetra Lord Asura appeared. Yeah, the Daetra Lord Asura appeared and cursed us for our forsworn oaths. By her powers of prophecy, she assured us that her champion, Neravar, true to his oath, would return to punish us for our perfidy, and to make sure such profane knowledge might never again be used to mock and defy the will of the gods. But Sotasil said to her, "The old gods are cruel and arbitrary, and distant from the hopes and fears of men. Your age is past. We are the new gods born of the flesh and wise and caring of the needs of our people. Spare us your threats and chiding. In constant spirit, we are bold and fresh and will not fear you." And then, in that moment, all Chimera were changed into Dummer, and our skins turned ashen and our eyes into fire. Of course, we only knew that at that time that this had happened to us, but Asura said, "This is not my act, but your act. You have chosen your fate, and all the fate of your people, and all the Dummer shall share your fate. From now to the end of time, you think yourself gods, but you are blind, and all is darkness." And Asura left us alone, in darkness, and we were all afraid, but we put on brave faces, and went forth from Red Mountain to build the new world of our dreams. And the new world we shaped was glorious and generous, and the worship of the Dummer fervent and grateful. The Dummer were at first afraid of their new faces, but Sotasil spoke to them, saying that it was not a curse, but a blessing, a sign of their changed natures, and sign of the special favor they might enjoy as new Mer, no longer barbarians trembling before ghosts and spirits, but civilized Mer speaking directly to their immortal friends and patrons, the three faces of the tribunal. And we were all inspired by Sotasil's speech and vision, and took heart, and over time we crafted the customs and institutions of a just and honorable society, and the land of restraint knew millennia of peace, equity, and prosperity unknown to other savage races. But beneath Red Mountain, Dagoth Ur had survived, and even as the light of our bold new world shined ever more brightly, beneath Red Mountain the darkness scattered, a darkness that was close-kin to the bright light that Sotasil coaxed from the heart of Lorkhan with the tools of Gakrenak. As the darkness grew, we fought it, and crafted walls to confine it, but we never could destroy it. For the source of the darkness was the same source as the source of our own divine inspiration. Yup. Heart of Luck with the tools. Yep, they couldn't really be winning against the Dagoth Ur. And in these latter days of Morrowind, reduced to a subjugated province of the Western Empire, as the glory of the temple fades, and the dark tide rides from the Red Mountain, we are reminded of Asura and her promised champion's return. We have waited, blind and in darkness, mere shadows, drained of our ardent vision, in shame of our folly, in fear of our judgment, and in hope of our deliverance. We do not know if the Outlander claiming to fulfill the prophecies of the Neravarine is our old companion Neravar reborn, or a born of the Emperor, or a cat spawn of Asura. Cat spawn, or some simple twist of fate. But we insist you adhere to temple doctrine and conform to the strictures dividing the hierarchy from the apocrypha, and that you not speak that which must not be spoken openly. Act as a dutiful priest should, in accordance with your vows of obedience to the canons and archcanons, and all will be forgiven. Defy me, and you will know what it is to stand against the god. Vivec. Yeah, but Vivec, you're just a living god. You're not Asura. You're not an Asura at all. you're not a real god. It's just a living god made from these tools, and you kind of also then cause Dagoth Ur be what he is. Well, I think there's a lot of truth probably in that, but it might not be all the truth. But it's definitely interesting story. It definitely gives more light to the fact of how Tribunal is so big of a religion here, and Vivec is still, after all, here too, as a living god, but they made themselves by the tools of the Trumor, which Trumor used and disappeared into either immortal beings or destroyed themselves. I never got this far in Morrowind, neither did I. Only just understand something about Vivec and the Tribunal now. Yep. This definitely gives way more light into the full Tribunal religion and what has been going on in Morrowind for ages, basically. That's very important paper information for sure. That, like, it's very important. So yeah, me too though, Jim, me too. Let's try to see about the Nerawar one then though. There we go, Nerawar at Red Mountain. So what is the account of this same story by the Ashlanders on the other hand? So then we have to be deciding which one is more truth. The version Vivec is telling us, who is at least the person who actually has lived all this time, but after all, he is sort of in some sense being selfish, where he made himself into a living god after all, for example, with the others. So, and also the idea of the fact that we were Chimere, and because these guys did this action, Asura made the dumber. We didn't even look like this before. We didn't have dark ashen faces, which we now have, which is very interesting. And then they even told just to the people that yeah, this is actually a blessing and not a curse at all. We're not cursed with these ashen faces, it's a blessing. Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's not exactly without self-interest, nope, for sure not. But yeah, that was absolutely important for sure. So okay, the following is from the Apocrypha, the hidden writings of the Tribunal Temple. It is a scholarly retelling of a tradition transmitted through the Ashlanders concerning the battle at Red Mountain and subsequent events. The Ashlanders associate this tale with the telling of Alantro Sul, a shield companion of Nerawar who came to live among the Ashlanders after the death of Nerawar and during the ascension of the Tribunal. And there are many variant treatments of this story, but the primary elements are consistent throughout the tradition. The murder of Nerawar, the tragic fate of Dagoth Ur, and the profane source of the Tribunal's divine power are denied by temple doctrine as ignorant Ashlander superstition and not widely known among civilized Dummer. Restained present-day Morrowind was contested ground between two very different types of mare, the Chimere, who worshipped Detra, and the Trumor, who worshipped a profane and secret power. These two people warred with each other constantly until their lands were invaded by a young, vibrant, and violent alien culture, the Nords. Two heroes, one from Chimere and one from the Trumor, Indoril, Nerawar, and Tumak, Dwarf Orc, made peace between their people and together ousted the alien invaders. Then these two heroes worked long and hard to maintain that peace thereafter, though their counselors thought it could not last, or worse, that it shouldn't. Nerawar's queen and his generals, Almalexia, Sotasil, Vivec, told him to claim all restraint for his own, but Nerawar would not listen, for he remembered his friendship with Tumak. There would be only peace. Until Dagoth Ur arrived. House Dagoth had discovered the source of the profane and secret power of the Trumor, the legendary heart of Lord Khan, which Tumak's people had used to make themselves immortal and beyond the measure of the gods. In fact, one of their high priests, Gakrenak, was building a new god so that the Trumor could claim Restain for their own. The tribunal urged Nerevar again to make war on the dwarves. Nerevar was troubled. He went to Dumak, his friend of old, and asked if what Dagoth Ur said was true. But Gakrenak and the high priest of the Trumor had kept their new god secret from their king, and Dumak said the Trumor were innocent of any wrongdoing. So Dumak would have not even actually known about this building of the god that only some Trumor were making. So yeah, that complicates the things even more. Dumak wasn't actually at fault. The friend of Nerevar, but then when Nerevar asking about that, of course, yeah. Nerevar was troubled again and made pilgrimage to Holomain, the sacred temple of Asura, who confirmed that all that Dagoth Ur said was indeed true, and the new god of the Trumor should be destroyed for the safety of not only Restain, but for the full world. When Nerevar went back and told his tribunal what the goddess had said, his queen and generals felt themselves proved aright and again counseled him to war. There were reasons that the Trumor and Saimir had hated each other forever. Finally, Nerevar, angered that his friend Dumak would lie to him, went back to Vardenfell. This time the Chimere king was arrayed in arms and armor and had his host around him, and he spoke harshly to Dumak, dwarf orc, king of Red Mountain. You must give up your worship of the heart of Lord Khan, or I shall forget our friendship and the deeds that were accomplished in its name. And Dumak, who still knew nothing of Gakranek's new god, but proud and protective as ever of his people, said, We shall not relinquish that which has been our way for years beyond reckoning, just as the Chimere will not relinquish their ties to the lords and ladies of oblivion. And to come at my door in this way, arrayed in arms and armor, and with your host around you, tell me you have already forgotten our friendship. Stand down, my sweet Nerevar, or I swear by the 15 and 1 golden tones, I shall kill you and all your people. And so the Chimere and Trumor went to war. The Trumor were well defended by their fortress at Red Mountain, but the bravery and cleverness of Nerevar's queen and generals drew most of the Dumak's armies out into the field and kept them there, so that Nerevar and Dagoth Ur could make their way into the heart chamber by secret means. There Nerevar met Dumak, the dwarf king, and they both fell from grievous wounds. Dagoth Ur slew Gakrenak and took the tools the Trumor used to tap the power of the heart. He went to his dying lord Nerevar and asked him what to do with these tools. This is told differently. Here it said that, thanks for the follow. Can't exactly make out the name who is the follower, but that was ? Anyways, thanks for the follow. And hello Saline. Will you also play StarCraft or only Morrowind today? I haven't been playing StarCraft like ever, so I'm not sure how you came up with the idea that I would be playing StarCraft today, but the Omen side was the thing that I was planning to play. But it's also a possibility that I should start to be learning StarCraft one day, maybe, but it's not like I've played that many RTS games. But anyways, what I was about to say about this fact being different. There it was said that Gakrenak was the one who used the tools to the heart, and then the dwarves and the Trumor completely disappeared. Here it is said that Dumak and Nerevar indeed were in the ground, but here Dagoth Ur slew Gakrenak and took the tools of the Trumor used to tap the power of the heart, and he went to his dying lord Nerevar and asked him what to do with those tools, or these tools. And Nerevar summoned Asura again, which again isn't something that he would have done there immediately according to Vivec. And she showed them how to use the tools to separate the power of the heart from the Trumor people. Okay, I think this is probably more true, that Asura would have been there to help separate the tumor from the heart, probably. And on the fields, the tribunal and their armies watched as the tumor turned into dust all around them as their stolen immortality was taken away. And yet that would have destroyed them because they would have lost that immortality. Who knows? Because on the other hand, yeah, if they already know that they would have been killed, destroyed, there is no fear that they would have ever returned. There would be no fear that the tumor would return and no reason to keep the tools, after all. If these tools were kept because of the fact that they were thinking that they need to be studied, and in case that the tumor would somehow return. But if the tumor turned into dust and died, and their immortality taken away, then their tools could be destroyed. And that would have been the better choice, most likely. StarCraft 2 is a good place to start, and it's free. The first part of trilogy is okay. I'll remember that for the future when I'm considering if I'll go and play some more RTS games. I've played Age of Empires mostly, really, from the RTS, or Dungeon Keeper 2 is also, and then of course World in Conflict from the newer ones, but it's only very specific few games that I've played from the RTS genre in general. Well, and a couple of less well-known. I don't remember if the one game was Impossible Creatures or something like that, but there was it's a weird looking RTS, and then there's the one other game at least that I have played from the RTS genre, but I can't remember its name. It's always something that I recognize it immediately if I see it, but I don't remember the name. Not at all. Anyways. So yeah. This would take away the reason to keep those tools. Back in Red Mountain, Neravvar told Dagoth Ur to protect the tools and the heart chamber until he returned. Dagoth Ur said, "But shouldn't we destroy these tools at once so that they might never be used for evil again?" But Neravvar was confused by his wounds and his sorrow, for he still loved Tumak and the Trumor people, and so went to the fields outside of Red Mountain to confer with his queen and his generals, who had foreseen that this war would come and whose counsel he would not ignore again. "I will ask the tribunal what we shall do with them, for they have had wisdom in the past that I had not. Stay here, loyal Dagoth Ur, until I return." Then Neravvar told his queen and generals all that had transpired under the Red Mountain, and how the Trumor had used special tools to turn their people into immortals, and of the wondrous power of the heart of Lord Khan. Yeah, but into immortals before, and they severed that connection. So they are not made into immortals now, but they had to be. Of course, that could be a confusing part too. The tribunal decided that the Chimere should learn how to use this power so that Neravvar might claim Restain and the world for their people. Yeah, this isn't exactly how Vivec said it, for sure. Neravvar did not expect or want this, so he asked his queen and generals to help him summon Asura yet again for her guidance. But the tribunal had become as greedy as Kakrenak upon hearing of the power of the heart, and they coveted it. They made a ritual, as if to summon Asura, but as Neravvar wanted, summon Asura as Neravvar wanted, but Almalexia used poisoned candles, and Sotasil used poisoned ropes, and Vivec used poisoned invocations. Neravvar was murdered. That's a good question. Was Neravvar murdered as sus? Vivec doesn't even say how Neravvar exactly would have died. So why hasn't Vivec cleared it out how Neravvar died? Question mark? Why not? If you know that this is telling me that Neravvar was murdered by you, basically, Vivec, then shouldn't you clear it out? What actually happened to Neravvar then if he wasn't supposedly murdered? Then Asura came forth anyway and cursed the tribunal for their foul deeds. And yeah, and here the curse would not have happened by them going and using the tools, but rather because of the killing of the Neravar and wanting to use those tools. She told them that she would use her powers over dusk and dawn to make sure Neravar would come back and make things right again. But the tribunal laughed at her and said that soon they would be gods themselves and that the Chimera people would forget their old ways of worship. And Asura knew this would be true and that it would take a long time before her power might bring Neravar back. Yeah, so they started to worship the tribunal started to worship the living gods rather than the old gods like Asura. What you have done here today is foul beyond measure, and you will grow to regret it. For the lies of gods are not what mortals think, and matters that fade only years to mortals fade on gods forever. And so that they might know forever their wicked deeds, Asura changed the Shimmer into Dummer, and their skins turned ashen and their eyes into fire. Let this mark remind you of your true selves, who like cools fed on the nobility, heroism, and trust of their king. And then the tribunal went into Red Mountain and met with Dagoth Ur. Dagoth Ur saw what had been done, for his skin had changed as well, and he tried to avenge the death of Neravar, but to no avail. He was driven off and thought dead. The tribunal found the tools he had been guarding, and through study of the Kakranat's methods, turned themselves into gods. Thousands of years after their apotheosis, the tribunal are still the gods of Morrowind, and the old ways of worship and remembered only by a few. Or remembered, if I can talk still. Worship and remembered only by a few, and the murder of Neravar is known to fewer, but his queen and general still fear his return, for the words of Asura linger long and they see their mark of her curse on their people every day. And after all, as such, why would the tribunal be so against return of Neravar if Neravar wasn't murdered? Is my question. Why wouldn't they? Like, there's no explanation in Vivec's story why tribunal have thought that it would be a very bad thing that Neravar would return, other than the fact that, okay, it would be Asura's doing and Asura is mad at them, sort of. So, yeah. Indeed. I think that there's not quite good enough of explanations in just that story itself. I wonder what that place is exactly. It looks fancy, all the way over there. Maybe I should fly there. Do a little bit of exploration. Yeah, if the Neravar was just coming back to get rid of Dagoth Ur, why fight it? Yes, indeed. Why would you fight it? I think Vivec is only allowing this because he knows that they cannot defeat Dagoth Ur. And if nothing defeats Dagoth Ur at this point, well, they are doomed too. They cannot survive here, after all. I would like to get the levitation potion if you wouldn't mind. Give me Rise of Force. You've spoken to the Archcanon. Good. Then there is anything else you want? Well, I could actually buy something now from you again. For quite some time you didn't want to sell me a damn thing, but now you're again happy to sell me the potion, which I'm happy with. But yeah, I'm not... Some accounts by Vivec may be true. I'm sure he's telling some stuff correctly, but I think I trust the Ashlander version still more. For sure, Wiz. And on the winds we shall levitate all the way into there. Because that looks interesting. Let's get some more up first before going there more. There's Ebonheart nicely underneath, and all the mushrooms and everything. Little Guama going and scavenging there and everything. There's a boat there. There's a shipwreck there too, but there's also a boat there. I don't know even where that's supposed to be. Maybe I should visit there first and then go into that. I don't think I've even ever been to that structure. So, what do you believe more? Vivec's count or who is trying to attack me exactly? Well, who knows? Doesn't seem that I can at least see anyone actually trying to attack me. Even though there is battle music and everything. That rock... Those rocks have some trouble. Does this place actually exist, or is this some vision that I... Not quite... Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on in here. I was wondering that how is there supposed to be this location, and apparently there isn't supposed to be this location. Or maybe this is that if this place would have been built more into here, this would be the locations that would be here, but they're not actually right now in here. Probably. Yeah, there's no point me going into there then, if they don't actually exist properly. Probably the Aslanders, but if you had to get rid of either Dagoth Ur or Vivec, of course, Dagoth Ur is the one that we need to go and get rid of first, even though Dagoth Ur was the one who was actually loyal to Nerevar, which sucks, but so it is. At the moment, he's the one who is actually destroying this place, so... Hello. And goodbye. Are you a new one or just didn't die yet? I guess you just simply didn't die yet. I thought that you already did, but you certainly didn't. Yeah, I guess I could visit this shipwreck. For just a little bit. Why not? This shipwreck at least exists. Hello, skeleton. If I can hit you someday, that would be great. Hey. A hit. But yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to do next though. Do I want to go to Delvani quest lines, or do I... Well, on the other hand, it doesn't... I don't think I want to go immediately forward with the main quest more. We've done it quite a bit now, or... Well, next we should be going and trying to start dealing with the... Dagoth Ur after all, or try to start to be going and gathering those tools. I guess I should also read more, though, to be honest. That's also something I should do, because there were still the plans of Dagoth Ur, for example, that I should be doing. 42 at the moment is my reputation, on the other hand. Also, I need lots more level ups to get anywhere really good. At least my medium armor is getting pretty good. Axe skill is 100% horrible. At least my blunt weapon is getting decent. Then alchemy, enchantment, all sort of stuff that I would need to be increasing. Totally looks like the Elder Scrolls 6. Yes, totally. I hope that the next Elder Scrolls game will be in a more interesting location. For sure is, I'd say. I definitely hope so. Where do I wanna go, is the question. Should I just fly into here? Where should I go? Like, I could be going and just exploring that, or... I don't know. I could also just go back to Santrit Mora and check the fact that we can talk to our... Yeah, I guess that could be okay. If I just use the recall and then get back home that way and then just fly into Santrit Mora and check on our mouth as well and everything. I think that will work just fine. Little quick save. Our lovely skull collection. So perfect. I don't think I have anything else that I need to be going and leaving here for now. But I definitely want to get into a better position in the Telvanni, so I guess I could try to be working on that specifically for the moment. I think. So, I'm going the right way? Yep. Pretty much the right way. But those were definitely interesting to read. Definitely interesting to read. Very much related to our story too. And it makes sense that he didn't want to tell it himself exactly. He just said that, okay, well, there's the papers for it. Believe it or not. Basically. Because he himself knows that it would be more logical not to quite believe it, I think. Unless I don't believe it. His account, Vivec's account. Or that way. The lovely dead trees. I would have liked if our tree house could be in a little bit nicer location, just because, well, I like living areas a little bit more than areas that look this dead. I'm just gonna be going. If you wanna come and attack me, I don't even know if you know how to do that, to be honest. It seems like you're kind of below me at the moment. Hey, you made it. Good for you. Then you can even get to die, so to speak. Okay, that away. The Satrit Mora, it's just so... What's the name to call this? Misty. So misty. Sumuista. In Finnish. Can't see anywhere. Or, well, I can still see relatively decently, all things considered, but not nearly as well as I would like. That's a long way. I guess I could be using my boots too to make this a little bit quicker, but on the other hand, it's going well enough. Moist? That's not exactly what I said. I said mist. That you can see almost anywhere. Sure, it's moist as well, but that's not exactly the word to describe it. I don't think so. No. Another cliffhanger. Yeah. You're also there, so far away that I don't... You're gonna get to me soon enough, so I'll kill you then. I don't wanna be worrying about you immediately. Finnish kind of sounded like that. No. Sumu. Sumuinen. How would that in any way sound like moist? Hello. And goodbye. How did that sound like moist? Sumuinen is so much of a longer word too. So much longer. How can it sound so short? At all. Really. It's nice to see this council hall from this angle too, for a change. We usually just walk through this bridge. Can see a little slaughterfish in the water too. Okay. I must have something in my ear. Or it's because of the fact that I said them so quick to his utters. Like I said first mist, and then I said sumuinen, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I would think that sounds quite different. Where's my council mouth?
How wonderful. Welcome, Outland.
There. You don't quite have the same type of clothing as the otters, but fine enough. Hello, Fast Eddie. I'm still your mouth, right? Anything I can do for you, wizard? Well, I guess I don't have any quests for you. That's fine enough. Did I have anything for any of these other... Well, I can try to go and do the slave rebellion, I guess. In the Apepal Egg Mine. Terena's other holdings even. I don't remember where she exactly lived in, but Apedal Egg Mine. First go to Telpranora, then head north. Okay. Telpranora, head north, up the small peninsula. The mine is on the northern corner of that island. Well, it's close to Tel Pranora when you just go up the north. To the northwest.
I'm very happy
Northern
to make
corner
your
of that
acquaintance.
island. Okay, let's try to have a look. Where was exactly Tel Pranora first and foremost? It was all the way into here? Yeah. So it's somewhere over here, that mine. And the mine's name was Apebal Ek Mine. I'm gonna be able to find it. It's just gonna take a moment. But sure, we can go and do that. I don't think you can take me to Tel Pranora though. Or maybe you were able to take me there. That could be nice. Travel. You can take me there, so I will take that right then.
Yes, Outlander.
I definitely don't want to leave anywhere when it's this dark. Let's just wait. Oh, apparently a rat wanted to invade my rest. Fine enough. Guess that works. Maybe you had moisture in your ear. Maybe, perhaps, yes. Maybe so. Doesn't sound at all the same though. It really doesn't. Okay. Egg mine. Somewhere north of here. Okay. Let's just try to find that place then. And stop this rebellion. I do still always love the way the sun looks, the skies look in this game. So many rats. Why is there always rats that wanna kill me? It's very bad choice from them too, to be honest. Pretty bad choice. Okay. I'm going the wrong way. It was north, not south. So... okay, then you, beetle, wanted to come and kill me. So this way. Also, there's the tower of that person. Yep. Good. Then there was all of these people. I remember these guys, but I don't remember what I would need to be doing about them. I'll just leave you. It's not like you are my problem. I'm coming to quench a slave rebellion. That's all I'm gonna be doing here. That's not really even going to be that difficult of a job. There was supposed to be a bridge somewhere, but I'm not sure where that bridge exactly would be. But it definitely wasn't in this island yet, the place I was supposed to go in. But I don't exactly see a bridge. Where is there supposed to be a bridge? Huh. At least to north direction. I don't see any bridges. Do you? Which one of you is attacking you? Fine enough. Well, not exactly certain where this location will be, but let's head that way, I guess, and try to find this place. Water walking. I can confirm that it doesn't. Yep. I have no idea where there's supposed to be a bridge, at least on this side, and it was north, so I'm going the right way, so it has to be somewhere in here. Because I came at least to Tel Pranora, so into the right location. If I can just locate this place. The only bad thing, or good thing with Morrowind is indeed that when you get a quest, you don't automatically know its location. You have to actually try to understand the information that they're telling you and try to understand where you're supposed to go for that quest location. Like in here, I don't have any idea exactly, but it's supposed to be somewhere in here, so yay, 69 skill level on acrobatics. It's the good and the bad thing, on the other hand, because on the other hand I don't like quest arrows, so There's at least a Dagoth Ur shrine that I haven't been in, so that might also be a location to go into. Let's just have this gain. Go a little bit more higher up here, so maybe I can see more. That's some sort of a place, but that definitely doesn't look like an egg mine. So, not sure about this. Should I still try to be finding it in here? So quest. I wonder what the name of the quest exactly was. Was it Slave Rebellion or something? Okay, I assume it's all House Delvani and then it's just Slave Rebellion. Apepal Ekmite, yes, this one. Go to Delpranora, then head north up the small peninsula. Cross to the next island to the northwest. Northwest should be, yeah, in this side. The mine is on that northern corner of that island. I didn't exactly see a bridge. Cross to the next, yeah, it just said cross to the, it doesn't say actually anything about the bridge, so it should be around here. Northwest. It definitely should. Unless, yeah, but is this connecting into there? But this is an island, so I think it should be around here. We'll see. We'll see if I can find it. I think I should be on the right path nonetheless. All of you guys always wanted to come and kill me. Yay, my block increased. Well, keep your eyes open if you can see a location that would look like a possible mine where there might be a slave rebellion going on. But I would assume that it's even this side of the island. Thanks for the follow. Hyper Scorpion, I think that name is. I can't see it properly, but I think that's the name. Huh. There's hut here. Dagoth Ur shrine. There's a mine here. Would it be this one? Or is this an ancestral temple? This is an ancestral temple, isn't it? So that won't work. Yeah. Not quite the right location then. Even though I was hopeful that maybe it could be. I could go there, but I'm not sure if I want to. Are you guys hostile? Probably. Who isn't hostile in this world? Maybe you're not hostile. Hello. No, you can't really tell me where my location would be though, so guess you're not much of a help. I could visit this Dagoth Ur mine though, the Daedric mine. It's always a question, who is attacking me? Just fly a little bit higher, please, so that I can actually hit you. Or a little bit closer. There you go. Slowly but surely. There's some hostile beings there that I don't necessarily love to go and engage. But I will. Anyways, all the Daedric shrines can be interesting to go and investigate. What? You are attacking me, okay? Hello. Were you Hunger? Your name was Hunger, wasn't it? Something like that. Where are you going? Nowhere to go anymore, though. I can't hit you. It's getting really annoying. Why can't I hit you any better than that? I'll change into my sword then. If that would help me actually get you killed. Don't flee. Stay. Yes, you were Hunger, weren't you? Yeah, Hunger. I'll guess I'll take your Daedric heart. Something else is also hostile towards me. I just have no idea what or where that is. There's a lot of enemies here. Oh. Even right below me. I wonder where there's an entrance into this location. And then I end up coming here when I had plans to go and stop the slave rebellion, so that's always good. I really have no interest in coming and fighting you guys. You really don't. I'll just evade you guys a little bit. I'll go and approach from this direction, I guess. I think I can still do the quick save, so I will do that. And then there's this frost atronach, which will be more of an annoyance. Especially when it's already seen me and wants to come and do its frost against me, which I don't love. Unless you're dead. Oh, hello. I don't know if you're hostile actually. You're still not attacking me, so these guys are, but you're not. The human isn't. It's very difficult to try to hit this thing. Even though it's so big. Okrim, take. Hello you. Who are you? Trungheit. Hello. Another attacker. That thing on the other hand. Hello, Clan Fear. So many of them. Hello, you, now. I don't know you, what do you want? I don't know, why are you here? Standing with all of these Daedric beings, just in the middle of them. Naked, almost. Like all the Nords that we find in Morrowind are almost naked. But anyways. Everyone is talking about it. The curse upon Neravan is lifted. Apparently the story even reached you, even though you're just standing here among the ruins, Daedric ruins. The persecution of the dissonant priest is ended. Vivec says that you are an incarnate of prophecy. That's hopeful news, but no one will sleep well until you have gone to Red Mountain and destroyed Dagoth Ur and the Sixth House. Yes. Well, news reached far, I guess. It's hot everywhere for Nords. That's true, of course, that's true. Of course, yes, obviously. So, Saintitaris ruins. Why are you then an enemy? Did I get you? Maybe. There's someone else though. Who is no more, but used to be. I did get both of you, so that's good. Do you have a glass longsword? Yes. Should I pick it up? I'll pick it up for now, maybe. The battle music is still raging on, for apparent reasons. Just come to the light, so that I can see you better. Thanks. Appreciate it. Sorry. You really didn't have a chance. Welcome back, Tajunta. Your suffering will be great. Who said that? Why will my suffering be great? Oh, you. Hello. Why would my suffering be great, eh? Nah. Nothing interesting. Your robe is kind of sweet looking, all yellow and all, but... Nah. Don't need it. Will you talk to me? Nope. This person will not talk to me. This statue of okay, you just have candles and a couple of potions here. Guess I won't be taking them away from you. Is there anything else in this little place? Well, I guess I'll look around if I can find another door or not. It's a very nice red glow though in here. That's for sure at the very least. Can I go up? Is there something higher? No, doesn't really seem to be, so I think this was all that there was in this location, so that's fine. Wasn't a long distraction. All harped out for now. Harping on. Yes. Okay, well, that's all good. That is good. Now then, back to the main quest of actually trying to locate this place that I'm trying to locate. Yep. Maybe. Maybe I will hit you one day with this. I'm so much better with the longsword. I guess I'll block and just wait for my fatigue to come up a little bit. Besides, at least my blocking might be increasing shortly. A little bit. It's just very difficult to hit sometimes. Okay, there you go. And hello, Iflame Rushi. Welcome to stream for you too. Hopefully you have been doing well this evening. Lame. And now Chin Chim can be teasing you with flames, so sorry about that. Well, I don't know where the mines would be, but we'll see, I guess, if I can find the right place someday. Hello, Clan Fear. You're slightly more of an issue than the other guy, for sure. You have more health, you're a better opponent. But I'm sure we'll get you. Yep, there you go. She's not sorry. And yeah, the rare flame emote for sure. Good for you, Jim. Good for you. Disc. Oh well, just got not look at the chat. But yes, the rare flame emotes for sure. You again, Cliff Racer. Go away. I've gotten enough of you Cliff Racers for one day. Already. I've killed a lot of you guys already, to be honest. And I still just gotta kill more and more and more of them. Sorry, what? Yep. That's to be expected. I don't know if the slave place is on this island. Maybe it's more there. Maybe it would be on that island. You'll give it to the bot eventually. Fighting fire with fire. Apparently so. So you can call flame on by proxy. Yep. Totally. That's how it works. That's the way to summon flame. For sure. This just connects to the main land. So yeah, it's not on here. So maybe it would have been all the way back there on that very, very small island. It just felt that if it's in northwest, it would be more in here. But maybe it's not here, but rather in the really, really, really small island. I have no idea. Because yeah, this isn't really an island because it actually connects back there. So it has to be a little bit different place. Let's just get some more water walking. I could also heal myself a little bit, to be honest. Just so I could be in full health one day. There we go. Let's just have the water walking back on. And then this. Yep, doesn't work yet. Flame yawn. One day. Yes, one day. I'm so bored of cliff racers. I really am. They're the most boring enemy in Morrowind. There's so many of them, two in there too. Then they don't even attack. Come on, guys. It's just like, it's hilarious just seeing them hanging about like this. Just, well, we're here by the way. Then I go and get into water. Let's go. Back on top. Maybe I can actually hit you. One day. I'll practice my mace skills so that one day I can be a master with mace too. Because I definitely can't as of yet. I so have difficulty trying to hit you there. Okay. I'll do a little bit of a fire bite then. You're so boring. Really, you really are boring. Okay, that was my last bit of fire magic, or magic in general that I could use, so then I have to rely on my skills with the mace or a sword or something to kill the rest of these freaking things, and now there's 3 of them again. I guess I have to be switching to my sword soon if I really don't get these freaking things dead. Leaf racers, be gone. There's 2 of them again. How many cliff racers do I have to fight? Here. Flame summoned this, didn't you? You must have, cause I only get into this much of a trouble with the cliff racers when you came around. Finally. I dropped all the way down, but finally, they're dead. Smite them, yeah, pretty much just have to be smiting them. Knocked you into the water, that one did. There's too many of them. Yes, they've been smitten. Finally. Took a little bit of a time, but they're down. I need to rest if I want to have all of my magic back, which also means that I want to rest more because it's night. So then something like 9 hours more so that we can actually get back to morning. Finally. Lovely red skies and all. So yeah, I think I'm heading that way. Try to see if I can actually get to the location that might have the mine, hopefully. Everything is Flame's fault, for sure. Flame sent his flying minions, for sure. That's what I at least believe. That's why you have to fight fire with fire, as in I actually cast fire against these flying creatures, so that was the only way to defeat them. Oh, the only way. I wonder if that place could be here. That's some sort of ancestral tomb. It's probably there. There. This should maybe be. I don't know. It's very difficult to know where to exactly go. This seems to be an ancestral tomb. Yeah, Marvani ancestral tomb. I guess I could visit there too in the meantime. But I'm just trying to find this slave rebellion location. Just so that we can visit in some other places too. Hello, skeleton. This seems to be a very small little ancestral tomb. Yay, my blunt weapon skill increased to 32. Still very low, but it's small increase. There you go. Took a while, but you are down. A little candle. That sort of a thing. Nah. Okay, let's just equip a torch, because otherwise I think I will have trouble seeing anything in here. At least they're doing their job, annoying Kide in my stead. Go cliff racers, go. Yeah, I knew that. I knew, Flame. I knew. Even though I hated them myself to no end. Yeah, but that's why you're then sending them against me to annoy me as well, so that you don't have to be the only one to suffer from them. That's why you do it. Or you made them your minions when you had played with them before. That's a strange place for that helmet, but okay. Just on top of the urn. Okay, well, it may be there. I really don't need any of this stuff, but... Hello, next skeleton guard. Die, skeleton champion. One day. Thanks. And another skeleton champion. At least I can practice my skills of hitting with the mace. One day. There you go. Finally gotcha. Chest. That really has nothing of interest. This place is completely useless, but I guess I'll take that at least so that I can have something from this place. Yeah, it's a decent looking ring, I guess. but not really very good. It just looks decent. Oh, that's a trapdoor even. Another trapdoor and even level 80 lock. That's kind of surprising level of difficulty in this location, to be honest. Okay, let's try to get these traps out of here first. There we go, one trap taken care of, then another trap, maybe. There we go, then try to actually lockpick this one. Yay, it's done. Let's equip our mace. Mace, I guess. I guess I could be equipping the mace when I just locate it again. There it is. Then I'm going to use my spell to open this door. Even if it's gonna be using a lot of my spell powers, but what can she do? There it is. All done. Let's open this one first. Not a lot in here, to be honest. Don't really need it. Dawn, fortify agility. Another helmet on top of an urn though. They have a thing for putting helmets on top of urns here for some reason. Clearly. This goes more down. Interesting. So, what might we find in here? Other than just more stairs, apparently. This really goes far down. It just keeps on going. And then there's another door. To Dukushapal. Lock level 80. Okay, that's interesting. And I don't have magicka for that, so I think I'll just rest. Until healed. Then I'm gonna open this. And then I'm gonna rest more, because basically I'm again out of magic completely. Okay. So what is Dukushapal? What is Dukushapal? Well, this is definitely seems very hidden location. Hello. Hello, skeleton. It's definitely in a cave somewhere. Is there water? No. Good. Well, there's little water. But not a lot of water. Okay, another skeleton. I don't know if this is some like an ancient city location or something. No idea. I just know that I can hardly see anything in here, which is slightly a problem. I have no idea where I'm going. If only I had better spells of giving me some light. Really would love it. Right about now. Hey, and hello, and thank you for sharing my channel, Miss Sinekko. And yes, very mysterious location for sure, I'd say. Very mysterious. Let's just do a save. I don't know if I'll even be able to find my way out of here when I came here. It's so freaking dark. I'm afraid at some point I'll actually walk completely into a water, some deeper water, and then I will be doomed to hear the horrible sound when the flames go out. Because it is one of the worst sounds. Medium armor skill increase at least, so that's nice. Maybe one day I'll be able to hit you. One day. Yeah, hello and welcome, Vissinekko. Hope you had fun with the Max Payne, was it? That you were playing. How far are you in that game, I wonder? I haven't played it yet myself either, so I should do it at some point, someday. Did you bring the pain? That's a good question. Talking about Max Payne games. Where is this enemy that I'm supposed to kill? I think I will try to use levitation and fly on top there and have a look if I can then see something, because I don't really see anything down here. Huh. Yeah, there's something on top there, I think. Well, actually, here... This is something a little bit different. Okay, this is even higher lock level. Okay, interesting. 90 to the Sepulchre. I definitely don't think I've even ever been here. I definitely don't remember anything of a like. So, interesting. For sure for me. You're not extremely far, you think. It's good that you're having fun. And yeah, water and torch does not mix. And yeah, it's good that you savor a good game. It's good that you've been enjoying it. Sepulchre. Oh. Well, this looks fancy. I'm not sure if this is a very good item considering how low level this is, but definitely looks fancy. There's definitely water here. I probably should just like unequip this torch for now, because I just think that otherwise that will be bad. Yeah, I would have basically been in water here. This looks fancy. Why is there this type of a boat all alone in a very small cave? Who is this dead person? Some like I guess a Nord, considering the... I don't know. Would it be a Nord? I guess I'll take those. Let's just have a look, peek through these urns. Why don't these urns have something more useful in them? I don't even see what these are for some reason right now. Oh well. Okay, well, I'll open this soon. Yeah, it looks like a Viking funeral thing. Yep, that's what I was thinking, Tajunta. A Viking leader, to be specific. Yeah, it's a strange sort of a location in a sense, in a like a cave where you would really have to be even building this boat into here, at least from what I can see. So it's kind of very strange location, I'd say. Okay, the trap is disarmed, then I still need to open the lock though. I'm sure it can easily work, even though it even opens from the other side, but I'm just here to loot the dead. Very true, should savor. Yes. As we're here in Morrowind for how many hours into the game? I'm not actually I have no idea how many hours we've already spent in Velensare this journey, to be honest. No freaking idea. Way too many hours. Can I not open this? Let's use a journeyman lockpick. Maybe that will actually make it happen. Yay. We made it. It's open. Open sesame. Okay, save. I'll take the gold. Don't think I need this, even if it's jump. And I look through this, yeah, pretty much. Then I would like to be able to get there somehow. This side. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna be taking his armors away for sure. It would be kind of very sad to take all of his armor and stuff that he's wearing. But fire swords, rust swords, hacker leaves here. Interesting sort of a burial. That's a higher lock though. I think I'm gonna be resting with the dead, so to speak, as in regaining all of my mana. That will be good, I'm sure. Then I can again gas the open anything. And then I still need to take care of the trap, of course, but that's not going to be too big of an issue. I'm sure. Okay, that's taken care of. Now then, I wanna have again all of my actually things equipped. Actually, I needed. Well, actually, I don't need a torch, especially right now. Equip that. Have a look what's inside this chest. Well, I won't be taking the ebony war axe. It's the decent loot considering, of course, these ebony things, but I don't need them for sure. The ebony staff could look pretty nice. I'll take the gold. Yeah. I'll just leave those rest of the jewels for this guy. Why not? I wonder why you have exactly these sort of collections here of loots. I wonder if there's anything below the water. Is there another entrance into here? Well, there's an enemy at least. Hello? Huh, interesting. A little bit crystal formations here. Raw ebony. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not really sure how I would be going about actually carrying all that raw ebony. Because it's pretty expensive. Or heavy. Heavy is the thing. Heavy is the word. Let's just have the water created so I don't have to go there. But I don't think I've ever actually seen something like this. A raw ebony just place where there's like... How much raw ebony? Like 16 pieces of raw ebony that I could just be picking up. That's interesting for sure. The thing is, it's one phase 10. So I could take some of them for now. But that's pretty much it. I definitely can't take any more, or unless I want to be over encumbered, so... Interesting though. I definitely didn't know that there would be raw ebony there. It's like, yeah. Indeed. So, can someone put the uptime up, just so that I can see how much exactly, or how long exactly we've been playing now? Okay. Then just go on and have this on and have the torch back on, because I don't think I'll find my way out of here without the torch. For sure. I didn't mean to put you there. That was exactly a wrong location to put you in. Okay, a couple of hours, so 1 more hour basically. That we're gonna be playing in this game. Again, let's rest here so we can actually have the full mana. But yeah, I do wonder, I guess they brought all the materials to build this into here, cause indeed, how would they have sailed this into here? It almost looks like there could be something there. I'm kind of tempted to go and try to fly my way into there and having a peek, if there could be something else. But I don't know. May probably be nothing. It doesn't seem to be anything, so that's good. I just wanted to make sure. Anyways, it's interesting that there's also these pillars. Like, I guess they just specifically wanted to do this sort of a place here, built into here. I guess. Aw, I dropped all the way down now. That's a shame. I might actually cast a levitation again so that I might try to travel here a little bit easier if I had the mana. What? Tajunta, 21 days. Yes, you've only followed me 21 days. That's actually 100% accurate. Accurate, yes. Shake head. It was an accident. Yes, it's just no, you meant to go and not follow me for a while, so... What did Kira do to make you unfollow? Yes, that's indeed the good question. Not a competition. Yeah, not a competition at all, Chim Chim. Absolutely not a competition when you do that. I must be in the solid ground. Fine, I'll come back in here then. Okay, let's head up here then. So, basically that's like, there's a lot of these walls trying to guide you specifically in a certain path into there, interestingly enough. It just was very difficult to really see to be the case, but so it seems to be. So we definitely want to be on this side so we can easier get back into the to the top world, so to speak. 11 months for Vivec, yes. Poor Tajunta, losing that long streak of following. To be honest, he also unfollowed me at one point before. Like, it wouldn't have been the maximum length that you have really followed me for anyways, because at that one time the stream chats didn't work. You remember, you tried to communicate with me and then you unfollowed me just for the reason of actually communicating to me that something was wrong with the chat. So your last follow would have been from there, and that was like maybe half a year ago, so really kind of difficult to know. Immediately there's a cliff racer just flying straight there, so I'll just wait unless we can get to the morning possibly anyways, so that will be nice enough. I don't think it's quite morning though, so let's just wait another 5 hours at the very least. It is impressive, such a sacrifice for the chat, indeed. For sure. For sure. Let's just equip the shield. That will be okay. And immediately, coming outside, there's a cliff racer in your face. Beautiful. Just lovely. Thanks. I like the 2 moons though. Above us. Let's go ahead and get the water walking and try to find this freaking location that I've been trying to find this almost the entire stream. Not quite the entire stream, but almost. So, maybe it's there. There has to be so many freaking cliff racers here too, which is really getting on my nerves. Really is getting on my nerves. And then I still have to be finding that location somewhere in here. Just don't want to bother with you even, cliff racer. I know you're there, sure, but you annoy me greatly. I don't even know where the cliff racer is anymore, to be honest. I think it was either the 2nd or the 3rd Bioshock stream where I followed, yep. But it would be impossible indeed to even know that, even if you wouldn't have unfollowed last time in the way that you did. How can it be so difficult to get into there? Because now for some reason I can't jump on water even I have water walking. That's also strange sometimes, because sometimes when I am in there I can easily jump when I'm in there, like in the water, but sometimes I just can't. Yeah, I was thinking that this has to be another ancestral tube. Okay. But it was northwest. This would be east side, so it would have to be somewhere over here, but I just have no idea where I'm exactly needing to head into. I'm just gonna go and visit here. But yeah, it would be definitely like over a year for Tajunta that you have actually followed me, even though it's impossible to know the exact date anymore when you have sometimes unfollowed me for reasons unbeknownst to me, for sure. I have no idea why would you do that to me. Oh, hello Specky, welcome to stream for you too. And hello Ripple Lord Infamous, why does your map look like that? My map looks like this because I took the one mod. What was the mod's name now? I suddenly again don't remember it. Report, yeah. Tamriel Report. So it added all of this additional land mass into here. I think if you would take it right now, there would be even more land into here if you would want to. It's not like I'm planning to explore all of this area though, because it's just nice as an addition, as something that you can go and explore if you want. But to be honest, it also makes my quest in becoming higher rank in Telvanni a lot more difficult, because I got so many more quests to do in here in the Telvanni cities, so that's something. But anyways, that's the reason. That is really tight. I'm going to look that up. It is interesting for sure. it has like there's Port Telvannis. There's all of these are Telvanni cities like Port Telvannis. There's and you needed to get also the blessing if you wanted to go to be Neravar. You needed to get the Telvanni Hortator rank, which then I went and got all the blessings from the different people in here too. So yeah, but it was repaired. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. Can someone type the name of the map mod in chat? That's a good one. Good question if someone can actually type it. But I'm pretty sure it was Morrowind repaired. Can Sare or someone... Tamriel repealed, I think, not repaired. Okay, see. Sare, thanks. So Tamriel repealed. That's the one. I knew that it was something like that, but I just didn't remember it completely. But I think it's the Tamriel rebuild. You're welcome. I've definitely had some interesting time, though I do have to say Gemel said at the very least. It's very cool tumor ruin, but also really, really huge. So I definitely didn't explore it all the way through. But some of these places are very interesting to see, like Necrom was also interesting to see. And as I said, I think there's a lot more area in a newer mod version, because mine was taken like a year ago or so. So I think that there could be even way more additional areas. By the way, I do what you do in Oblivion. I got her lore in Fallout 76. Okay, Specky. I'm glad that you are at least enjoying Fallout 76, even though I know that at least a lot of people are very disappointed in it, but it's good that you're enjoying it. Hope you are doing well, Specky, though. Okay, so let's see what else. What were I thinking of doing? Completely forgot what I was planning to do. I guess I'm just gonna look this area through, and then I'm gonna try to have a look if I can find that freaking Slave Rebellion location some freaking day, because it's taking forever for me to try to find that place, but maybe one day. One more hit. There you go. Just have a look of all of these other little locations in the meantime then. I'll take the few gold pieces, I guess. And a few more gold pieces. Open this door. Find another one of you guys here. And destroy. And I could also read the Dagoth Ur's plans and all of those through, I'd say. To be honest, I can't really pick almost anything up if I'll pick that up, I guess. If I don't want to be dropping some of my raw embers, which I don't really need all of it, to be honest. But anyways. Let's have a peek into here. There's another door. No enemies behind. Oh, there was an enemy hiding behind the door. One day my mace skill will be as good as my longsword skill. One day. Just practice makes perfect. It just takes a while to do so. Was there anything more in this location? Not really, no. So I think I can just leave, pretty much. So let's just go on back on top and go ahead and try to find that Slave Rebellion location. Oh god. Do I really have to deal with this again? Why? Why must you all be gathered up into here like that? Really? You're just wanting to destroy me. Fine. If I must. Come on. Don't even come closer to me. Come on, gather around so I can start to be killing you guys. With fire. Burn you all down to the ground. 2 more of you who don't want to be coming and actually flying any closer, so that's fine, I guess. Okay, there you guys some more. Cliff razors. Okay, finally, they're again taken care of. And to be honest, I would need to again rest, but this takes forever. Let's do a little save again. I'll just go ahead and rest if I could, but there's enemies close by somewhere, which I don't know. The artist just indeed hanging around. Indeed, that's what they always do. Their number just doubles when you're not looking. Yep. Do you guys think it would be OP if AoE affected multiple enemies in this game? Just a thought. I don't know. But on the other hand, AoE seems like it should affect more than one because of that very fact, because it's AoE, it's an area of effect. So, I don't know, it might be OP, but on the other hand, I would indeed very much prefer it worked like that, but oh well. Destruction skill at least increased by 1. Woohoo. Just die. Please. Good. Finally. So yeah, I don't know. It might be OP, but I would like it if it worked like that though. Because after all, area of effect is an area of effect, so yeah. I wonder if this is the island I'm supposed to be on, but on the other hand, this island isn't very big. How is there supposed to be that slave rebellion place here somewhere? There can't really be. There was, unless there's right there, I guess. Maybe then somehow, but I doubt it's gonna be here because I was very much in here just a moment ago and I didn't see anything like a cave entrance into a slave rebellion location, so no. So, okay. Where exactly is it? I guess you guys even can then just tell me a little bit if you guys know exactly where I'm supposed to go from for this quest, because it's getting a little bit annoying because I'm going around and around and around and I don't know where to go exactly. So, Apepal Egg Mine was first go to Tel Pranora, then head north, up the small peninsula, cross to the next island to the northwest. The mine is on the northern corner of that island. So, I would need to go to the north of that peninsula, cross to the northwest. That's my understanding, that should be the place, but I thought that I looked around there approximately, but at least I didn't see it then. Maybe I just looked poorly around the place. Maybe it's 100% my fault. But let's just try to go and have a better look into there, I guess. Where exactly this is. I'm surprised to hear if it doesn't affect multiple enemies. That's the only reason I'd use AoE thing. Yeah. Water hurts. Okay, let's just go back to this island, which is the Tel Pranora island. Walk all the way up the north of that peninsula. And then try to find an island which could fit the idea where I'm supposed to go. And I hope I can evade all the rest of the freaking cliffhangers, cliff razors, who are really cliffhangers around. It's on the north point of a large triangular island from what I can see. Well, we'll try to see. So north in here first, in this peninsula, and then try to locate the small island to the northwest. I hope. But yeah, I thought that I already basically tried to do it, but I'm just unsure if I did it well enough. So, yeah. It definitely shouldn't be there, so... all the way to the north. But would it... Because that would be the most logical place, I think, maybe. But I don't know. Maybe that I started to walk there too early and it might be this location. For sure, that might be it. Maybe it's in here. Maybe this can be the right island. Yeah, that island or not. I don't know. AoE becomes useful in this game because it's really easy to miss spells. With AoE you can just shoot the ground next to them and guarantee a hit. That's its only use though, I think, yeah. It's still weird that it can't hit multiple enemies. I hate you, Cliff Razor. To be honest, I'm just gonna be training my fire on you then. Seriously, that missed you. I was clearly aiming at you. Die. So maybe it's this island? This at least seems actually like this might be it. So I just didn't come quite north enough. I went to the northwest too early, I think. That's the problem. So this should be the place. No, this is Kumaras. This isn't the place. Close, but no cigar. I was so hopeful that this could actually be the location. I was already thinking that seriously, you're never gonna be able to hit that. Kumaras is not the right location. Maybe I can still find it on the other area over here. There's so many little places that it's almost, but not quite. I don't think it's this place. No, I don't see anywhere anything of a like. So, I went all the way north of that, sure. Then northwest would be, I guess... But I went there. And that's like... I wish that I could zoom this just a little bit in. So I could see exactly how it looks in this specific area, that map. That's like one little improvement I would really, really love. Because I don't at least remember that I could be doing that. What is her accent? Finnish accent. Or I am from Finland, so I could be assuming it's Finnish accent. Should be directly west from Kumarahes. Okay. Right. Directly west from there, so I'll just indeed go really into this spot's location. Into Kumares is here. And then just go straight west. Okay. Into that way then. Let's see if we can find it now. Maybe it's one of these very small islands. Maybe it's something else. We'll see. It's very difficult to find though. That much I would say. Definitely don't see it here. Maybe it's there. I guess I might have missed it when I went through that area, because I went very close to it for sure, but maybe I might have missed it. Who knows? You're welcome. It's a big island. Okay, so it's supposed to be somewhere in here. Is it here? This might be it. Ah, perfect. It took forever to find this freaking Abebal egg mine, but finally we're here. Woohoo! Finally. Yes, coma worker, yes. Could levitation give you more perspective over the island? Of course it could be, but it's still not 100% easy to spot something that would be then beneath, but definitely you could be spotting those Guama workers better. If you're a fan of Finnish accent, be around for Sunday for a treat. Yeah, there's 4 people with Finnish accents then playing Borderlands go up together, so that will be something. We always play Borderlands in the co-op on the Sunday evenings. You don't seem to be hostile Kwama workers, so I will be leaving you. You, though, I must kill. What about you? So, a slave rebellion, so are you trying to claim that you're a free slave now? Arconian? And that's clearly not the case. What are you doing here? What can I do for you? Slave rebellion. Talk to our leader, Edela Lei. Okay, I will talk to your leader. Just informing you that you're not free, though. I'm sorry to say, but the Telvanni don't... Telvanni have slaves, and you are indeed then slaves. You shouldn't be doing this sort of thing, because then there's going to be someone like me that needs to come and clean up the stuff. As unfortunate as it is, but I am a Telvanni lord. I believe that this is not your right. Sorry to tell ya. It's not your right. It feels kind of wrong from my perspective, but on the other hand, we are in Telvanni, so... Argonians and Gashits. What are you doing here? What can I do for you? You are rebelling. Yes, we are rebelling. If they're innocent, you go ahead and kill us. Sure, I'll listen to their grievances a little bit. Terana is smart. Thanks me for the follow. Bye, Coco. Thanks. So how often does she play Morrowind? Once every Friday, yep. About 3 hours or so every Friday for the past year, I think. Yeah, because this journey has been taking almost forever. Not exactly 100% every Friday, of course, sometimes I'm just away, or sometimes like for the Halloween special we did Soma, the horror game, but otherwise it's been every Friday for about 3 hours or so. Good roleplay. Doing the Telvanni's dirty work. Well, after all, I am part of the Telvanni, so you know. I'm trying to rise up the ranks. And they're all different. Very correct. No one on the street to ask for direction, expect those dumb cliffhangers pretty much. Didn't you play more than 3 hours before? Yeah. Last Friday I played more than 3 hours of this on that. Well, if there's a special case, like I want to get something done, like there I wanted to be able to get the fast edit to be my mount in the Telvanni, plus be the Telvanni Hortator. There's a special thing that I want to then get done, like here I want to definitely get this done completely and so on and forth. Terana is mad. She demands more and more Kwama eggs, and when the mine is empty, she still demands more. I delivered the eggs last time and found she was not even eating them. She was decorating her home with rotting Kwama eggs. It was then I decided I could not go on. Yes, I actually have seen those eggs decorating the full place, but it's her right to decorate her tower as she wants. But on the other hand, I understand it's kind of a sucky to do work for a mad woman, but you know, you gotta just live with it. Kwama egg lady, yep, Kwama eggs, full place, full. Getting a fast edit to do to be one. You don't hear that every day. Yes, Tajunta, but yeah. Anyways, I will just continue. Keep listening. I am surprised you're willing to listen. Will you help us? I was a sorcerer in Black March, but I cannot cast spells with this slave braces on. Will you find the key to our slave braces and free us? There may be a key here, but we have not yet found it. I am sure there is a key in Telbranora. No, that's not what I am here for. No freeing slaves. You are here for a purpose. This is, unfortunately, your place to be in. I'm sorry. Order them back to their duties.
Suffer.
Kill it. Suffer, suffer, suffer. Growl, growl, growl. I would rather die free than to be a slave again. Well, I guess that's your choice. It's not like you can have any really chance against me though, so... Apparently everyone wants to then attack. Wish I could be doing better stuff, as in persuade a little bit or something, but... This feels very sad. sad thing to do, but this happens when you don't agree to be doing what you're supposed to do. Besides, what does it matter what they do with the eggs? Still 2 more. Why do I must kill you all? Why doesn't someone at least surrender or something? Well. Argonian accent on point. Thanks. I try to do those the best I can. I have a better idea how to do Argonian and Gashid accents though, to be honest. Who cares about those animals, right? Jeez, yep, pretty much. Play. You might be a bit biased about those decorating issues, can't really speak against it. Yeah, that's it. She has the right to decorate her house in any way she wishes. It's not the slave's decision how Kawama eggs will be used. Rotting eggs is her choice to use as a decorating element if she wants to. It's not like a lot of Telvanni don't use skulls. I use skulls as a decorating element, so really. I do also have Gashid friends who are not slaves, but you happen to be slaves. That's just how it is. Yeah, they were dumb enough to stay in a cave 10 minutes outside of a city. True. Why stay there then? Were they free range skull? Were they free range skulls though? Some of the best friends are Gashids, yes. Azira is a very good friend of mine, but that's a different issue completely. Azira is a good friend. These Gashids, no. Not all Gashids are the same. In my eyes. Where does this lead? Really deep into this location. I guess they would have just wanted to be able to free themselves first from the... Hello, Kwama Forager, I know you're going to be turning hostile any moment, so if I can just hit you and get you down, that could be nice. And like trying to look where exactly I needed to go to get outside, but I'm not 100% sure. This doesn't seem to be taking me to the right place. Yeah, this is the queen. Kwama queen is here. I won't be taking the... Yeah, there would be the Abyssal slave key, but again, that's not why I'm here. So, sorry. But... yes, Ajira is the best. These Gashids are dead. Yep, you're right on that, Flame. You are right. That these Gashids did end up being a little bit dead now. But again, why would you go and start fighting against me? I might try to go and talk sense to the mouth or something and try to maybe improve your conditions if you would be okay with that, but freedom? No, that's going a little bit too far, I'd say. That's going a little bit too far. With that, no such thing in here. No freedom. I guess I can then just return to Satrit Mora. I've done it for the mouth. I don't need to go and talk to the crazy lady, so it should be totally fine for me to just travel to the location, which is where they talk, where the mouth is, so I can talk to the mouth. Okay, so water walking. I want my shield back. Don't need the torch during the daytime. You like Achira. She took all your credit though. Yeah, true. True. She did take kind of all of my credit, just saying that she collected all of these flowers and everything for her own nice, yeah, the thing is, the mushroom report and all that. I was a little bit like, seriously, Achira. But she's otherwise still a friend, so... I don't know. Oh, some friends are different. She's a little bit, or Ajira is a little bit, sometimes a little bit questionable, yes, in that sense. I do have to agree. It was a very questionable thing to do. But on the other hand, we got the better position regardless a lot quicker, so on the other hand, it was kind of a better deal for us. She had to do those reports, we were able to just go and collect those mushrooms and still get the full shores done, so in all honesty, we got that higher position in the Mages Guild way faster. So I think he kind of played himself, Ajira, with that. What else is attacking me? Okay, you. I was wondering what else is attacking me. Something small, very, very small. Still alive. Not anymore though. Okay, so into there to get back to the ship, and then we can go and set sails. Soon enough. Yay, alteration skill increased to 60. Yeah, that is true, and Achira probably had that in mind. Possibly, possibly. Who knows? Who knows? I'm still the higher rank now in the Mages Guild, so yeah. I don't know if I worry too much about him taking that credit. I haven't done any quests in the Mages Guild for a while either, to be honest. I'm only a magician, but still a pretty high rank. Great House Telvanni is a higher rank, wizard level, but I do want to get higher there. Temple level, definitely. Well, they even kind of tried to throw me out at one point in the temple, so that's not going to go anywhere anymore. But it was something that we were interested in the very beginning, but no more. We've already talked to Vivec, what's more there to do with the temple. Aslanders, of course, and then being in the blades. Like usual. Can I just leave? Just leave you behind? Could you just take me away from here, away from this cliff razor? That would be very pleasant. Satirmura, thank you. Let's just set sails. Thank you. Very kindly. So we got back to Satritmora, and I can go and say finally that I've done and taken care of the slave rebellion that was getting out of hands. Had taken me quite a while to take care of this, for sure. I guess I should go back to the outer island and try to do quests there then for the Telvanni though, because I don't really even know if there's a lot other stuff that I can do in this main island for the Telvanni anymore. So I think I gotta be trying to leave to the other island or into here and do stuff for them in there. On the other hand, but at least I can go and return this one. I do love this look though. Sky turns dark, slowly but surely. Council house, you. Yeah, if I actually finally taken care of the freaking slave rebellion. The rebellious slaves are dead? Very good. Mr. Serena asked me to give you these if you killed the slaves. So Ring of Firestorm and Ring of Toxic Cloud. Not that I really need them, but thanks I guess. So, got any more shorts? I do not have any shorts for you. Speak with the other mouths and so on and forth. Thanks for the follow, Rip Lord Infamous. Thank you very much. So, I think I've done everything in here for these people. And they won't be giving me any other shorts, which is totally a-okay. Shorts, yep. Some of them do say that I could just be checking with their specific lord, right? Yep, Master Nelot with the other mouths, yeah. So I could be going just to Master Nelot himself if I want to check if he has any quests for me to do in Tel Naka. Where was Tel Naka? Was it the one place here pretty close by, or where was Tel Naka? No idea right now. Tel Pranora was all the way there. Where is Tel Naka actually? Have I not ever visited in Tel Naka? That's also possible. Can I ask you where Tel Naka should be, Master Nelot? No, lives in Tower of Tel Naka, here in the Satritmora. Yeah. he was in here in the Satyr Mora. Okay. I was just getting completely confused there. Sorry about that. Slave rebellion took a while to settle. Hard to believe. Yes, very hard to believe. Okay. I hope you enjoy the food that you're gonna go and eat. And yeah, I could go ahead and visit Nelot and see if he has something in here, considering it's not like I need to go far, I just need to go and visit here. And let's read some more, because we had still this couple of other notices that I needed to read about Dagoth Ur. So, what are Dagoth Ur's plans in there? Vivec's opinion, and so on and forth. So, the following documents were prepared by temple scholars and agents of the Inquisition for Lord Vivec. From interrogation of captured sleepers and other Sixth House cultists, from study of manuscripts written by cultists and victims of dream-induced mania, from interviews with Lord Vivec concerning historical campaigns against the Red Mountain, and from proud conjectures and interferences made upon these materials, this is our best estimate of Dagoth Ur's motivation and objectives in this most recent phase of his war upon Morrowind. So, basic objectives. 1. Establish a theocracy in Morrowind based on the worship of the newborn god Aquila Khan, second Numidium, to be created by Dagoth Ur from the heart of Lord Khan, and a body constructed according to the principles and rituals pioneered by the Trumur Kakranach. So he would kind of be finishing what Kakranach tried to do. He was trying to create the Trumur god, and Dagoth Ur is trying to create a god of his own now. Establish the ancient heirs of House Dagoth as the god priest of Aquila Khan, and the Sixth House of Dagoth Ur as the dominant political power in Morrowind. Through charismatic conversion, unite the Damer under the guidance of Dagoth Ur to battle against the foreign animals who hold Morrowind in subjection. Note, Dagoth Ur has apparently adopted the views and motivations of the Trumur High Craft Lord Kakranach. In effect, he recapitulates the ancient blasphemous folly of the Trumur. Yeah, like I said, Kakranach tried to create a god, and he's basically trying to do the same. 2. Expose the false worship of the tribunal and destroy the ecclesiastical authority and political power of the temple. I have no idea how to say that word. Ecclesiastical. I have no idea. How much the dissident priest or the cult of the Nerevarine may be controlled or influenced by the Sixth House in this regard is open to speculation. So yeah, but nonetheless, expose the false worship. Not too surprising. Whoa. Whoa indeed. 3. Extirpate all remaining individuals of inferior and mongrel races from Morrowind. 4. Drive the Empire from Morrowind. 5. Recover ancient territory stolen by Skyrim and Argonia. 6. Extend the worship of Aquila Khan to all nations of Tamriel through subversion and conquest. Yeah, basically what the Trumur god would have probably tried to do too. Plans to establish and expand the Sixth House. Phase 1. Secure Red Mountain against tribunal intruders. Deny tribunal access to the heart, weakening the temple while securing Red Mountain for the creation of Aquila Khan. Keep the construction of Second Numidian a secret. Phase 2. Create passive servants in ever-widening circles around Red Mountain by broadcasting compulsion couched in dream imaginary to susceptible subject in their sleep. Establish a major operational base at Gogorun for future operations in the Ash Wastes. Establish smaller bases near small ports, villages, and in lower-class waterfront districts in Vivec. Infiltrate and subvert smuggling syndicates. Recruit willing followers from disaffected populations, including the underworld, the poor, and rabid anti-imperial activists. Phase 3. Expand from smaller bases to other towns and villages, and recruit and indoctrinate subjects made suspectable by dream sendings. occupy abandoned towers and ruins, and train corrupted cultists as raiders and irregular troops. Identify, discredit, and decimate possible sources of political resistance. Okay, good night and sweet dreams, Jim Jim. You're welcome. And yes, sweet dreams. And nice weekend indeed. Phase 4. Use assassination and terror to weaken, distract, and disrupt the legions and the imperial bureaucracy, along with their Hlaalu sympathizers. Inspire popular uprising to the native poor against the foreign rich and powerful. Summon sleepers and dreamers to Dagoth Ur to work on second Numidium. Inferring Dagoth Ur's perspectives. Dagoth Ur thinks on a large time scale, for the most part in the outside of time scale of the divine consciousness. He thinks that only obstacles of mythic scale are worth consideration. He believes he is fated to rule Morrowind, to free Morrowind of the Empire, and to become the new heart-loving father of Morrowind. Given that perspective, the only opposing forces Dagoth Ur worries about are the Tribunal, the Daedra, the Emperor, and the Incarnate, as in us. With the Tribunal's loss of Sunder and Keening, and with the diminishing resources of Vivec, Almalexia, and Sothasil, Dagoth Ur believes he has permanently gained a decisive strategic advantage. On a mortal timescale, the battle may last for centuries, but the outcome is not in doubt, and Akulakhan may be a device for dramatically reducing the timescale for a decisive victory. The myth of a dynamic invincibility of the Emperor and the Empire has long been an unquantifiable and intimidating threat, but recent rumors of unrest in Surundil, of the Emperor's failing health, and the unsettled questions of the succession have diminished the scale of that threat. Nonetheless, the revelation that the Nerevarine is a born of imperial intelligence, hand-picked and sent to Morrowind by the Emperor himself, may cause Dagoth Ur considerable anxiety. Yea, we can cause anxiety in Dagoth Ur. How horrible. How horrible indeed. The Daedra represent no coherent obstacle to Dagoth Ur. Nonetheless, their personal abilities and their influence upon their fanatic followers is considerable. Their motives and actions obscure, and Dagoth Ur remains concerned about them. The Incarnate represents Saint Nerevar, a mythic force that has previously defeated Dagoth Ur, and Dagoth Ur is obsessed with this threat. At the same time, Dagoth Ur knew Nerevar personally, knew that he was a mortal man with faults and weaknesses. Knew Nerevar personally, knew that he was a mortal man with faults and weaknesses. Dagoth Ur may have some hope of seducing or negotiating with Nerevar's reincarnation. Future, when Nerevar and the Tribunal defeated Dagoth Ur, they were strong and allied. Now, the Nerevarine and the Tribunal are weak, opposed, and divided. Therefore, though the Nerevarine and the Tribunal represent the most serious threat to Dagoth Ur's plans, he still has good reason to believe that this time he will prevail. A recent timescale of Dagoth Ur's activities, much of the following timescale is based on inference from incomplete information. Before Second Era 882, Dagoth Ur and his kin lie dreaming beneath the sills of Red Mountain. And then Second Era 882, Dagoth Ur and his ash vampires awake, refreshed, and emerge from lower Red Mountain into the Heart Chamber. Dagoth Ur ritually binds himself and his brethren as heart rites in a ritual of his own devising. First stages of construction of the second Numidium, conceived during the long sleep, are begun by heart rites, and Atronach constructs in a chamber near the heart of the Lord Khan. Keeping the second Numidium project a secret from the Tribunal is a high priority. Of course, back then, it was definitely when he was a lot weaker still. Second Era 882. The tribunal arrive at the Red Mountain for their annual ritual bathing in the heart's power. Dagoth Ur and Aswampais ambush the tribunal. The tribunes are driven away and prevented from restoring themselves with Gakreang's tools at the heart of Lorkhan. So yeah, they weren't then even anymore able to go and refresh themselves, so to speak, so they are gonna be weaker. To second era 882 to 3 era 417, intermittent tribunal campaigns assault Red Mountain. The tribunal and supporting forces seek to force access to the heart chamber, but are repeatedly driven back. Dagoth Ur recruits sleepers and dreamers through dream sendings. Cultists are recruited through dream compulsion. Weaker cultists become corpus beasts. Stronger cultists advance through stages toward the power of the ascended sleepers. Third era 400. Gogarun reoccupied by Dagoth Ur and fortified as an advanced base for 6th House operation. I visited in Gogarun in a very early place for sure. Blight storms more frequent and widespread. Soul sickness spreads in regions close to the Red Mountain. Third era 410. 6th House base founded near Gnarmok and in waterfront areas of Vivec. 6th House operatives exploit smugglers, organizations, and communications to spread their influence among victims unbalanced by Dagoth Ur's dream sendings. Then Third era 415. Small cells of 6th House cultists in every town in Farenfell. Larger 6th House operations are concealed in remote dungeons where creatures are bred and cultists are trained for the coming struggle. Then Third era 417. Almalexia and Sotastil lose the artifacts Keenin and Sunder to Dagoth Ur, Ordos and Venmin. So yeah, those are the two items that they were holding and they both lost them. So Keenin and Sunder, which we are meant to go and try to get a hold of again, to Dagoth Ordos, Otros, and Vemin. Vivec rescues Almalexia and Sotasil, but failing to recover Keenin and Sunder. The tribunal retreat from Red Mountain in disorder. Surviving Poyant, Armature, companions know the tribunal was forced to retreat, but do not know how serious a reversal the tribunal has suffered, and that was quite a lot for sure. So, the 3 tribunes return to their respective capitals and continue to perform their ritual functions. The tribunes continue to grow weaker without access to the heart, and because of resources required to support the coast fence. The inner circle of the temple priesthood has begun to suspect the tribunes have suffered seriously from wounds and demoralization in the wake of reverses at Red Mountain, but do not recognize the scale of the problem. Yep, but basically this is the fact or the reasons why Vivec is willing to do this, because he knows they cannot. They cannot anymore try to go and get this back. They lost them, and at some point he might lose his item too, and then it would be even worse. That's why he gave it to us on the other hand. I need to actually have a look into that anyways. So Third era 426 to 427 on the other hand. Campaign of 6th House assassinations of prominent imperial citizens and Hlalu imperial sympathizers. Sudden increase in number and seriousness of attacks by cultists and victims deranged by soul sickness. So, know that with concern. 1. Dagoth Ur can apparently perceive and communicate directly through his cultists. Sleepers and dreamers are often reported speaking as though with Dagoth Ur's voice and intention. 2. Little is known about the features, scale, or stage of completion of Akulakhan, second Numidium. No one has gained entrance to the heart chamber since second era 282, and the time has passed quite a bit. In third era 417, Keenin and Sunder were captured and may substantially aid in Akulan's construction. Yep, that's pretty bad stuff. That is pretty bad, for sure with. So what was the last message that I had that I haven't read yet? Plan to defeat the Dagoth Ur then on the other hand. So the plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. I'm envious of how naturally we read out loud sometimes, but sometimes I also struggle with it though. And I know it's just up to practice, of course, that too. Like, practice makes perfect, as said. Envious of how naturally you read out loud. Well, sometimes, and then sometimes I struggle with certain words a lot, and yeah, just overall. I don't think that I still am even nearly perfect with this stuff, but I try my best. So, the plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. So, for the past 20 years, the Tribunal have tried unsuccessfully to execute this plan. However, we failed because we were required to siege and assault and simultaneously maintain the coast fence to prevent the threatened large-scale breakout of Dagoth Ur's blighted hosts. With the Neravarine leading the assault and the Tribunal free to devote their full energies to maintaining the coast fence, this plan has a greater chance of success. Unfortunately, however, the loss of the artifacts Sunder and Keenin and the recent increase in Dagoth Ur's strength poses new problems for the execution of the plan. Therefore, our proposed plan has the following 5 phases. A1. A series of aggressive raids to scout inside the coast fence. 2. A series of aggressive raids to neutralize Dagoth Ur's ash vampire kin and recover artifacts from the bodies of his kin. 3. An assault of Kate Citadel Veminal to neutralize Dagoth Vemun and recover the artifact hammer Sunder. 4. An assault of why do I say coast? When I'm thinking about saying coast gate, but then there's only a gate. So an assault of Gate Citadel Odrosal to neutralize Dagoth Otros and recover the artifact blade Keenin. 5. An assault of Citadel Dagoth with the artifacts Freightguard, Sunder, and Keenin to sever Dagoth Ur's connection to the heart of Lorkhan and thus to destroy Dagoth Ur. Base 1. Raids inside the coast fence. The Tribunal, Ordinators, and Pyant Armatures are familiar with the terrain and will provide maps and current intelligence reports. The region inside the coast fence is dangerous, and the Neravarine will need to be familiar with its practical challenges. After measuring skills and resources against Dagoth Ur's defenses, the Neravarine will know better how to pace a campaign, alternating raids with improving skills, getting better equipment, and stockpiling resources. Base 2. Raids upon ash vampire citadels. Dagoth Ur's kin have become markedly more powerful in recent decades, after remaining stable for thousands of years. If they can be individually isolated and destroyed, they will not be able to support Dagoth Ur in later stages of the war. It may also be that the dramatic increase in their power comes from items enchanted by Dagoth Ur. Salvage of such items might contribute to our resources. Phase 3. Assault on Gate Citadel Veminal. Essential to recovery the artifact hammer Sunder for the Phase 5. The ash vampire Dagoth Vemun has possession of Sunder and probably seeks to discover the secrets of its enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Kakrenak that have survived in the tumor workshops of the Veminal. Phase 4. Assault on Gate Citadel Odrosal. Essential to recover the artifact blade Keenin for Phase 5. The ash vampire Dagoth Odros has possession of Keenin and probably seeks to discover the secrets of its enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Kakrenak that have survived in the tumor workshops of Odrosal. Phase 5. Assault on Citadel Dagoth. All the previous stages are preparations for this stage. Recent expeditions show that Citadel Dagoth has undergone extensive expansion. The location will need to be explored carefully. The known route to the heart chamber will be well defended. Alternative routes may exist. Dagoth Ur will have anticipated our plan to destroy him by attacking the heart, and he will almost certainly personally oppose approach to the heart chamber. Together, the tribunal could not defeat him, and he has grown stronger since then. Admittedly, the tribunal had the distraction of maintaining the coastlands simultaneously with fighting Dagoth Ur, but even so, the challenge seems daunting. The adaptation of this phased campaign seems to offer the best chances for success. In retrospect, the tribunal's decision to directly assault Citadel Dagoth, rather than proceed step by step through lesser objective, must be seen to have been a serious error. The tribunal did not feel it had the option of a slow-paced and deliberate campaign, given that they had many other competing priorities, not the least of which was the maintenance of the coast fence and the outer defenses surrounding Red Mountain. The Neravarine, on the other hand, should be best served by a careful step-by-step advance, with the additional advantage of building confidence along the way, while successes would undermine Dagoth Ur's own assurance in his defenses. Employing Kakrenak's tools against Dagoth Ur. The source of Dagoth Ur's supernatural power is the heart of Lorkhan. The heart is also the source of the tribunal's divine powers. During mythic times, the gods took and hid Lorkhan's heart beneath Red Mountain as a punishment for creating the mortal plane. The Trumor discovered the heart while building underground colonies. High Craft Lord Kakrenak created enchanted tools intended to tap the power of the heart. Okay. The War of the First Council was fought to prevent this sacrilege. Kakrenak's use of these tools and the disappearance of the Trumor race marked the end of the war. Kakrenak's tools were recovered by Lord Neravar and Dagoth Ur, and Dagoth Ur was left to guard the tools while Neravar came to consult with us, his advisors. In Neravar's absence, Dagoth Ur experimented with the tools upon the heart, and was corrupted. We returned to discover a deranged Dagoth Ur who refused to turn over the tools. It might not have been quite like that. When he attacked us, we drove him away, considering if they actually killed Neravar, which isn't talked in here, obviously enough. We left Red Mountain with the tools, and subsequently Sotasil discovered their secrets. Collectively, we used the tools to establish a connection with the heart, enabling ourselves to transform our mortal natures. Thus, we became the Tribunal. Dagoth Ur had survived our attacks, and without the tools in a manner not well understood, Dagoth Ur also managed to establish a connection with the heart and to transform himself into an immortal being. Our plan to destroy Dagoth Ur also runs the risk of destroying the Tribunal. The plan is to permanently disrupt Kakrenak's enchantments upon the heart, and yep, it may kill them too, severing connections with the Dagoth Ur and ourselves, and rendering us all, once again, mortal. A mortal Dagoth Ur may then be destroyed by mundane means. The loss of godhood and the possible death of the Tribunal are just a necessary risk and sacrifice. Yep, at least they understand that it's pretty necessary at this point for sure. Yay, hypes. The normal procedure for establishing connection with the heart is a 3-step process. The wearer of Red Guard strikes the heart with the hammer Sunder, causing the heart to produce a pure tone. Then the wearer of the Red Guard strikes the heart with the blade Keening, shattering the pure tone into a prism of tone shades. These tone shades are then imprinted upon the substance of the wearer of the Red Guard, giving him an immortal and divine nature. The Neravarine will not be taught the secret rituals required to perform the 3rd step. Instead, the Neravarine will strike the heart with Keening for a 2nd time, causing its tones to diverge into unstable patterns of interference. Future repeated strikes with Keening will further disrupt the tones, with the ultimate result of shattering and dispelling Kakrenak's original enchantments binding the heart, thereby severing the heart's links with Dagoth Ur, and with any surviving heart Reichs, and with the Tribunal. Destroying Kakrana's enchantments on the heart will also stop the corrupt effusion of the heart's divine power and end the blight on Morrowind. The Nerevarine may be tempted to steal the power of the heart. Dagoth Ur and Sotasil alone know the secret. Dagoth Ur may, in extremity, propose to teach the Nerevarine to use Kakrana's tools to become a god. We doubt that the Nerevarine is fool enough to trust Dagoth Ur, and are content to take this risk. Be warned, the Nerevarine cannot safely equip either Keenan or Sunder unless we're in Freightguard. The Nerevarine will be injured every moment while holding either of these artifacts unless protected by the Freightguard. Persistence will be rewarded with death. If Nerevarine can equip an item while not wearing Freightguard and receive no injury, the item is a counterfeit. So yeah, we have to be wearing the Freightguard, and basically we can even try out the items without it and see if we get damage, and if we do, then, well, we should be able to know that it's for sure the real thing, the real deal. One last note, Dagoth Ur must not get hold of Freightguard. The Nerevarine must prepare and use a recall or Amsivi intervention if there is any risk of death or capture. The element of surprise. Dagoth Ur will not expect you to destroy Kakranak's enchantments on the heart. He does not know it is possible. He would not do it himself, and he knows we have never tried it. He will not believe anyone would want to sacrifice the promise of such power. Future advancement in House Dagoth, as in all great houses, is by challenge and confrontation within the hierarchy. The Nerevarine challenges and defeats of ash vampires and battles with the Sixth House will be viewed in that light. Dagoth Ur and his kin may assume the Neravarine's ambitions is to control the heart. Given that assumption, it is only reasonable that the Nerevarine would try to defeat each of Dagoth Ur's subordinates in turn, working up to Dagoth Ur. If the Nerevarine can defeat Dagoth Ur and control the heart, so much the better. But logically, the Nerevarine would wish to rise as high in the hierarchy as possible before cutting a deal with the head of the house. Dagoth Ur should try to recruit the Nerevarine into House Dagoth. It may be possible to pretend to join him, then betray him. However, any attempt to deceive him will be very risky. House Dagoth has a tradition of subterfuge and treachery, and because he is a deceiver, he will expect deception. Closing remarks. We place no compulsion upon the Nerevarine to adhere to the plans described here. We believe that they offer the best chance of destroying Dagoth Ur, but we have also chosen to place our trust in the Neravarine's judgment and skill. Frankly, we see no alternative. Yep, that's the only reason that they're doing this, because they see no alternative anymore. If there are doubts or questions, speak with Vivec. He has agreed to serve as the Neravarine's guide and counselor for this campaign. It may be that if the Nerevarine succeeds, the tribunal will not survive. Such sentiments as might have been expressed to the tribunal should, in that case, be addressed to the land and people of Morrowind. May the happy convergence of fortune and prayer meet in our destiny. On behalf of Lady Almalexia and Lord Sotasil and Vivec. Interesting enough though, I'd say. Okay, all of those are red though now, so that's all good. Where is that slave? There isn't usually slaves in this chamber, so I think you're looking into the wrong place, to be honest. What is this guard? Is it this? Yeah, this is the raid guard, constant effect. I guess I should be using that, to be honest, because it's a constant effect of all of these things. Though, okay, yeah, it's a glove, so that will work just fine. Though, well, I have these gloves at the moment. So I'm not sure if I like it, but oh well. It's heavy too. So shield 10 points, reflect 20% on self, resist blight disease 50%, resist shock, resist fire, resist frost, resist magicka, resist poison all a little bit. But yeah, at the moment it would take 20 of our strength away, so we would be... Well, actually, yeah, we are encumbered. I was thinking already that aren't we encumbered? Yep. We would be very encumbered at the moment, so that definitely for the moment does not work, but I have to leave a lot of stuff behind if I want to be going and using this in the future. Still, it's a glove. But for the moment, I'm definitely gonna be keeping this on, for sure. So, but at least it's there. For the future, we can be trying it out. It probably will be close to the 3 hours that we've been playing now though, so I'll see about going and checking into this tower, and soon after that we can probably go and change the game then to the Omen site, I think. Done decent progress today, I guess, though, to be honest. Finding that place where the slave rebellion was happening took me slightly too long, just slightly. Quite a lot too much, but oh well. And the place to enter there is pretty much right on the opposite side than what we are, so I'll just go and walk all the way to the other side and enter this location. Yeah, it's a little bit past midnight. I was assuming as much, but let's go and check if this person has any shorts for us, and if they don't, they don't. If they do, then great. Anyways, levitations. And just get going. Up a tower. And I was thinking that it was pretty much immediately just going and flying up. Could use some Omen sight for this night. Yep, I do plan to go and change into that today. For sure. You are there. Hello. Do you have any chores that you would like to be done, Nelot? Yeah, you do actually, and you want Drake's Bride. Where is it, actually? At the present time, Zenis Tindo wears the robe of Drake's Bride. She is the servant of Master Kotrem in Tel Arun. That's not actually really far. And a mere child of 200 years, she does not deserve the robe. Correct this injustice and bring the robe to me, as clearly I observe that the robe deserves the robe far more than she does, eh? Obviously. That's not actually a place that is even too far, but I'll leave our character here. Tomorrow then we just need to remember to go to Tel Arun and try to see about getting this robe if I want to do this quest for this dude. And I probably want to, considering we want to get a higher position in Telvanni. Plus, to be honest, I kind of feel that I probably should try to get into a little bit higher in the levels nonetheless before we actually go to the Ghost Fence and try to go into these places. Ortratal is there, Veminal is there. So both of these places where we want to go are a little bit on the opposite sides. I could at least go through Gogorun and pretty easily go from there to Vemunal, for example. Or from Ghost Fence definitely to Ortusal pretty easily. We're getting her disrobed. So it seems. Well, she doesn't deserve it as said from there. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed some more Morrowind for today. Let me just make a new save. And 38. There we go. There's a save. Okay, you're going to go sleep. Sea life, that's gonna be nice. Yes, go see Mussukka again. Of course. Okay. Good night and sweet dreams to you, Saten Tenho, and of course to your friend there too. Do say to her as well. So good night. See ya. Take pictures. And okay. Thank you everyone for watching some more Morrowind, and we're gonna be continuing with more Morrowind then next Friday. Same time as always, about 3 hours or so, and yeah.
What was that?
Well, I was just about saying my goodbyes, that was it, really, what you were hearing. But anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next Friday for more.